No one actually heard you, but okay, cool. How's my timer got? Shit, 50 seconds. I think everything. You can see my screen. Okay, let's go. 15 minutes. Hello everyone, thank you so much for being patient and joining, and I'm really sorry if I blew your eardrums with some music. I didn't realize it would be so loud. So today we have an awesome, exciting stream because I really want to show you behind the scenes, and not only behind the scenes, but I want you to help me to guide me and direct me and use your ideas to start this project. There's going to have multiple phases. We're going to pick a small phase. I want to keep it quite small. So we're going to go to GitHub, we're going to create a repo, we're going to create issues, we're going to create project boards, and it's awesome. And we also have a giveaway today, and we are doing, I don't know what name we're coming up with, but we are doing Radio Eddie, where you can join me on a live stream. And if you've got the Team Eddie role, so you've been around for a while, you can also join me live on the conversation, audio only, through Discord. And a big shout out to the mods, especially Nick and Alan, who are going to be helping move people around into the live stream, so you can join me to chat for a bit and then move you out so other people can join. I see we already have Alex, always eager and ready to go from Bulgaria. So Alex, awesome to have you join us on a live stream so early, and that's just so cool. I'm so excited, and I'm looking at the chat. It's been so busy. I don't know if I'm going to catch up on all the chat. So if there is anything important, then please just copy and paste your message and just put it in the chat again. So apologies if I missed it. I'm going to try and keep up with it today. But yeah, I'm just super excited to be geeking out with you all and to be able to show you behind the scenes from day one. And it will be behind the scenes of working with a client and how I do my freelancing, my consulting, and so on. And they are actually going to join us a little bit on Radio A today, and you're going to hear them speak, and we can see what they think of what we've done so far together. Any questions, write it in the chat. Awesome to have so many people. I need to give so many people a shout out. I mentioned Nick, I mentioned Alex, we got Kartiki, I saw well, the chat's been moving so fast. This is epic, all of you. I love you all so much. So right at the beginning, let me go right to the top. I think it was Jennifer was first, then Priya, then Kushi, then Polkit, Vi. Just, so many awesome people. Thank you all so much for being here. And it's just great. Mercy Pink, Aditya, loads of you. And really, thank you all so much for being here. And I'm really looking forward to geeking out on this live stream with you. So should we get started? I know I have shared the link to sign up if you want to win swag. And it's not going to be a random competition to win swag. It's going to be, you need to add value to this open source project. And it could be creating an issue. It could be putting a comment on someone's issue. It could be really simple, but the value impact needs to be good. And I'm going to give you so many opportunities to get your green squares today, because I'm not going to raise all the issues. I want you to raise them as well. So let's have a look. Eddie Op in the chat. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Let me bring some of these up on screen. I love bringing up your comments on screen. So thank you all so much. Don't forget, if someone asks a question, feel free to give an answer, give your opinion as well. You can do that in the chat by text, or you can also join me, like I said, audio as well. And if I think we shared the live stream in general on our Discord. If we haven't, if someone wouldn't mind just dropping that in for me, that would be epic. Let's get started. So I share my screen first so you can all see my screen. And this is my GitHub profile. We're going to go straight to the beginning. And we're going to start from right at the beginning, which is creating a new repo. Because I got to document the notes that I made from the call yesterday, which both Denise and me, who I'm collaborating with on this project, we didn't record it and we were both really upset, but we will record our future calls so I can make videos out of them and share them with you. But do let me know what you would like to see and what's the most interesting, because obviously I'll have loads of content, but I want you to have the most interesting and beneficial part. So I'm really keen for all of you to, in the near future or now, find clients, find projects, get the jobs that you want and the money that you deserve. So what I can do to help you with that, do let me know. If I can share any of my experience or anything that I do, and also you'll probably be able to make suggestions and help me with mine as well. So let's do it. Awesome to have so many people in the chat. Love that. Some names I recognize and some I don't, which is what I love. So everyone say hi to each other in the chat. Do say what your tech skills are. Do say, what you're up to at the moment. And also do include what sort of challenges you have at the moment. Are you stuck on anything? Do you suffer from imposter syndrome? There's just so many things. And, the only way we can get through it is to get through it together. And before we get started, before I forget one last thing, I probably forgot loads of other things, but one last thing. We have our community call tomorrow. So if you do want to join, no live stream tomorrow. It's just community audio only call on Discord. There is a link somewhere. I'll dig it out so you can sign up and join the call tomorrow. And we just take it in turns. It's a bit like Clubhouse for techies, focused on EdiHub community. So you can join. Awesome. Okay, let's have a look. Right. So I'm sharing my screen. You can see that. I hopefully haven't missed too many questions. And I have Nick and Alex on the audio with me. So how are you both doing?
How are you, Eddie?
Yeah, all good. Thank you both for joining and helping out. You're always the first to join, both of you, and I love that. It's great. And yeah, that's awesome. So what do you think about the plan for today?
I'm excited. I'm very excited to see the collaboration process and see our community help shape the direction that this goes.
Awesome. Sounds great. Let me, while you're both talking, I'm just going to start creating a repo. Let's go new. We might rename this in a bit, but I'm just going to start with what I think. So they've got an open source project. Actually, I should share a link to that. So their open source project is called Stargate. So actually, let me share a link to this as well, so you can all go have a look and let me know what you think. And what it is, it's an API that sits on top of Cassandra. So they've used the Cassandra database, but they make it really straightforward just by making, you can use GraphQL, but we're going to use REST API. Just by making REST API requests, we can, save data, search data, and so forth. So, yeah, do have a look at that and let me know what you think. I have played with Cassandra in the past and got very scared, and always reverted to Mongo. So that's why it's really interesting, I think, to have a look at this, and looking forward to geeking out, with everyone here watching and listening, and see what they all think. So let's have a look. I was going to call it Stargate. It might evolve into something else. So I don't know if I should call it a Discord bot. It's just how it's starting out. But, we have
to call it Stargate SG1.
Isn't that from a TV series?
Yes, exactly. I had to make the joke.
No worries. Let me think. I might just call it Stargate for now, which is, I want to make it a bit more descriptive later on, but we will see. We can rename that. But I'm keen to kind of get into the planning and so forth. So, and to get all your ideas and feedback, because we'll have ideas for phase 1, and then we'll have ideas for the future that we can do and we can discuss with Denise and see what they think and if they want to move things around. So you're actually going to see us, move ideas and issue, like bring it into, the first release and move things out. And we're going to collaborate, all of us together, on that, not necessarily today, but also going forward. So today I want to kind of collect everyone's ideas. So let's have a look. I should probably share again the sign up to win the swag, I'm guessing. And once I create this repo, then I know that other people can start also contributing to the project as well, which I think is really important. What do we say at EdiHub? What's our saying? Collaboration first, code second. So yes, we definitely want to collaborate first. This is what it's always about. Okay, let me just grab the link. I'm going to grab the link and I'm going to put it in the YouTube chat. And then if Nick or someone else, if you wouldn't mind copying and pasting that, and so therefore we can re-share that out like every 10 minutes or so. That's the swag sign up link for people. Yes, I see people's comments in the chat. Nia, I hope I pronounced that right. Almost 40 people watching, but only 25 likes. Everyone, if you really want to support me, thank you so much for being here. But if you could also give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. Right, let's get started. Oh, and the community call link tomorrow. I will share that as well. I should have done that already. My bad. Lots of links to share. So community call. If you want to just have a chilled community call with the entire community, then join us tomorrow as well. I will share that in the chat now as well. Okay. That won't be live streamed. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to call it Stargate. I'm going to say initially, I'm going to write what it is initially, but the description could change. It's going to be a Discord bot using Stargate. We'll leave it at that for now. I want to add it with a Readme. I want to add it with the git ignore. And the ignore, actually we'll leave the ignore out because it's mostly going to be docs at the moment. We'll choose a license. I'm just going to go for MIT for the moment. I think that's quite open. Let's hit create, right? That's all you've got to do to create a repo. And we've got a repo. So let me share a link to this in the chat. So if you want to go have a look at this. And what I also want to mention is you can follow me on GitHub, don't forget. It's a social platform. If you want to keep up with what open source projects I'm working on, and I only do open source projects, then drop me a follow on GitHub. So we've got our project. What should we do next, everyone? Write in the chat what you think we should do next. Maybe while you're thinking about that, I'm going to just put the goal of this project as it is now. If this could change, but our current goal of the project. So I'll leave that how it is. I might just put capital S on there. Maybe someone could get a green square and raise the issue. Put like goal, add project goal to the README or something like that. If someone could raise that issue, that would be great. If it gets raised by multiple people, don't worry. We will either pick the first one or pick the one who's put more of a description in there. So, and we have Denise. This is perfect timing. Denise, thank you so much for joining us. This is actually great timing because I have a question for you. How are you, by the way? Denise, you're muted.
I just figured this out. Hey.
Hi, awesome to have you here. Everyone in the chat, give Denise a super warm welcome. Denise is who I'm collaborating with on this project. So Denise, thank you so much for joining.
Yeah, I'm excited and really glad to be hanging out here with you guys today. Where are you guys at? What you working on?
We've literally just started. So I've just created the repo for the project. And cool. I was going to just put kind of like a statement to say what is the goal of the project. This is potentially going to change, but as of now, so therefore we can raise issues and milestones and project boards and kind of plan out phase one, and then capture some ideas for future phases, and we can kind of leave them on the backlog and group them together with your help in the future and move things around and see what you think.
Oh, cool! So excited!
Awesome.
Yeah, dude, this is gonna be so great. This is gonna be so great.
And for everyone, watching and listening, Denise will join me on a proper live stream, so you'll be able to see all her animated reactions. Like, she's really passionate, just like all of you, and just like me, and I love that, and it's really, really fun and engaging. So Denise is really busy today, so Denise is just joining for a short while, as long as she can, on the audio. But we will have more live streams. And Nick came up with a really good idea, which was when we work on this today with the community, that maybe we can do a live stream in the near future where we can present this to you and you can kind of move things or issues around, prioritize them differently, and give your thoughts and feedback, and just keep it really transparent for people.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's my favorite part of our collaboration, is being able to just do it completely open, and I'm all for it.
Awesome. It's my first client to actually do that. So I'm super happy and super excited.
Really? This isn't normal? I mean, like, I'm surprised, but
A lot of clients say yes, and when it comes to the crunch, they won't let me make the repo public, or they won't let me, like, it's just so many, they come up with some excuse. So this is epic, and I really hope everyone in the chat, even I can see the messages now in the chat. Thanks for Denise to allowing us to discuss these on the live stream. I really want to be transparent so people can hopefully learn from it and, help them, accelerate their career and so forth. Because you've done so much. I kind of skipped your intro, and I'm not going to do you justice. So if you wouldn't mind giving yourself an intro, I know you're in data science, you've got a PhD, and there's just so much. If you could give yourself a shout out. I know we have lots of Python people in the chat, so they'll be interested to hear as well.
All right, well, yeah, I mean, I would say my native production language is Python. Like, I'm definitely a Python person at heart. And if you totally want to snipe me, like nerd sniping from XKCD, it's anything related to graph data or just data science in general. And I will nerd out with you at any hour of the day, probably a lot longer than expected. But no, yeah, my PhD is in machine learning. I wrote a book that launched during the pandemic. It's an O'Reilly book called The Practitioner's Guide to Graph Data. And, Eddie and I were talking about some things that we might be able to do. And I would love to, get the chance to talk about graph data and do some graph stuff with this community. Who knows? The world is open. We can do anything.
I mean, that is awesome, because I actually don't know anything really about graph stuff. So I'd be really interested. I've watched some videos and so forth to have a basic understanding, but I've never actually done anything. So that could be quite interesting to do, a walkthrough and how to, get involved in it and see the pros and cons and how it differs. And that could be quite an interesting one. So
so fun.
That's so cool. So everyone watching, remember all these awesome things that Denise said, and we can let us know which ones are interesting to you, and we can prioritize them and slot them in. So this is super exciting.
Hey Denise, do you have maybe a GitHub link or a LinkedIn or some socials that we can share with our viewers in case they would like to follow you and connect with you and discuss Python?
Yeah, I can. Where would you like me to send those links? I'm on Twitter at Denise K. Gosnell. Same is my GitHub. But the GitHub for the book, where I've open sourced all of my data and code, is a different link. But I can give you all that one because I think DataStax is hosting it. But yeah, I can get you guys all that.
Awesome. If in Discord, if you can maybe drop it in, I don't know, Team Eddie or something, and then Nick can and then Nick can grab those and share them in the YouTube chat as well. Awesome. Yeah, I'm also really excited about the Discord bot. I don't want to snipe this to be about what I've done. So I'm so stoked to learn how to build a Discord bot, because Eddie, as a data scientist and like a data engineer where I come from, being able to think about and build a bot from scratch, I'm new to that. So I'm really excited to learn from you on how to use these data APIs and build and deploy a Discord bot. So lots of education and learning all around here. So awesome.
Super excited.
Well, you're in the right place, because Nick has an awesome Discord bot as well called Becca. And we've had a bot for quite a while now, maybe, 6 months or something like that. And we've been tweaking it and improving it. And it's always been kind of a prototype. And I do notice some overlap with this bot that we're planning. So we might, swap it out. It's something we can discuss in the future and see, because our bot had lots of contributions to it, which is great. But a lot of features we aren't using anymore. And I think we'll do things a bit differently after what we've learned. So lots of ideas in the future. So I'm kind of keep it simple for now.
Yep.
So and then we can lots of ideas, which is what I love. Like, I love that energy. It's awesome.
Awesome. And then I'm going to drop some links. In which channel in Eddie Hub would you like them to go?
You should have access to Team Eddie, but you can drop it anywhere really, and Nick can grab them. Just let Nick know.
Cool.
Whatever's easiest. And while you're doing that, let's write down that the goals of this project. So, or phase one. Let me just see phase one goals. Just so we have a kind of a high level, and then we can create issues and see what ideas people have in the chat. I'm loving the chat. The temperature of my screen, I'm not sure what you mean by that. If I touch it, it's kind of warm. Not too bad. Yeah, Viv bot expert in the call, definitely. That's awesome. And I see we have Karuna here as well. Karuna has so many amazing ideas, has written a Twitter bot recently, and I did a video on that, so everyone do go check that out and check out the Twitter bot that Karuna wrote and collaborated with Jay and ViViV on. So phase one, and I'm kind of talking thinking out loud here. So phase one goals, from my call with Denise, and Denise, correct me if I'm wrong, we talked about having a kind of a video tutorial was our goal, one of our outputs. Video tutorial of using Stargate.
Yes.
And it was about 5 to 10 minutes approximately is what we thought would be a good length. No, not too short, not too long.
Yep. Yeah. I'm finding if you just want to get down to, CRUD API usage, 5 to 10 minutes, tends to cover it.
Yeah, I think, and we'll put that in. So CRUD usage of Stargate, and we also have some interesting news on Stargate coming out in a few days. Can we mention it now, or is it too early? It's probably too early.
We can.
Oh, we can.
We can talk about it.
Yes. So
it's literally hot off the presses because it happened yesterday.
Okay.
So the news is that DataStax uses, so Stargate is an API layer. It just gives you access to REST, GraphQL, gRPC, any type of data API that you want to work with. It has it in there automatically set up. That's what Stargate is. And the cool news that Eddie is talking about is that DataStax Astra is our version of Cassandra database as a service. And it's going serverless. And we are so excited to be able to do elastic workloads where it's $0 if you're doing 0 things, and then you just scale up when you need it. And that's going to be GA next Thursday, the 4th of March. And Eddie's got some secret access that he's playing around with. So thanks for that. But that's the news, and it's really exciting.
It is really exciting, and I've already had a play with your Docker container and literally just run one command and it booted it up, and I was able to use Postman, or I use VS Code REST actually, just to kind of make CRUD requests. I was like, this is brilliant. And then the next idea to be able to do it in the cloud on Astra or even serverless, I think that's just awesome. I think that's great for hackathons just to get started, because most of us know how to just call an API to make a post or a get and so forth, and to be able to have a database in the cloud, and you have a free tier, and then you get charged for your usage. But most hackathons, you get started, or prototypes, you get started, and you can get started for free, which I think is really, really important.
Yep, I'm so stoked.
Awesome. So Jennifer, awesome to have you here. Jennifer's another mod of ours from the US, and Jennifer was the first on, and then says, sorry, I'm late. It's fine, no problem. I think you were on an hour early. You were the first person on, if I remember correctly. Okay, so we've got a video tutorial, 5 to 10 minutes using Stargate. And I'm going to put serverless in brackets because, again, correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm using locally the Docker container or Astra, it's the same thing. I'm just pointing it to a different URL. Is that correct?
Exactly. That's
Perfect.
Exactly it.
Awesome. Okay, so we're going to do CRUD usage of Stargate. We need to do CRUD with something. So what Denise and myself thought of, for someone to get started, and I'd love to hear everyone's thoughts in the chat, what you all think, is a Discord bot. And I know when I join other Discord kind of communities, or even our own, I see that I'm chatting to someone, or someone's chatting, I think I want to follow them on socials because they sound really interesting, and that's the type of topic and information I want to learn more about. But then they haven't set their social profiles in Discord, and some things you can't add and so forth. So what we thought of just having simple bio and social settings, and I'm going to use, I can't remember whose idea in our community came up with this, but we're going to have feature flags. So if other people use it in their Discord, I was thinking we could then enable and disable, one community might not want Instagram, but another one kind of might want it and so forth. So I have some ideas around that, but we're going to start simple so we can get a video out sooner and get everyone started, and then I'm thinking we'll work on it even further. But let's see what we come up with, and then we can kind of we can even story point some of these tasks to see, not story point in terms of effort, but story point in terms of time in the video, I suppose, so we can see if, adding this new feature onto the bot, if it's going to take an extra minute, maybe we can fit that in. But if it's going to push it out over too far over 10 minutes, we can move it into another feature. Because I think like story pointing, people don't do that a lot, and even in like so many companies don't do it, and I think it would be maybe interesting to show that as well. So I'll be keen to hear people's thoughts in the chat as well, and we can try things out.
Sounds like we could have used this when I hopped on.
Yeah, that's true. It's we're experimenting, right? This is a prototype. We're going to experiment and see what works, and we'll see what people think in the chat as well. It's great to also see we have so many other community members here. We have Kushi from Equicode. We have Kartiki from, oh my God, I want to forget the name. Someone help me out here in the chat, please. And I saw we have Siddharth as well, who jumps around all the communities. Like, Siddharth, you're a machine. I don't know how you do it. And loads of people, obviously, from EdiHub. But if I've missed out any community partners that we partner with, let me know in the chat and we'll give them a shout out. Can I increase the font size? DSC, thank you very much. Atulia, hopefully I pronounced that right. Yes, DSC, Developer Student Community. I've made that bigger, hopefully hopefully that's big enough for you to see. Okay, let's get these high level goals and then we can work a bit deeper in the issue section and start logging these. Otherwise I'll forget all these ideas. By the way, Denise, I know you're busy, so when you do need to drop off, do say it's
no worries. I am so fascinated, Eddie. I had no idea how many communities were out here, and it is so incredible. This is great.
Thank you. We do so many collaborations. Actually, we do a monthly call with 4 other communities, and our monthly call is tomorrow. So again, you're welcome to join and geek out with us. It's an audio call on Discord. It's a bit like kind of Clubhouse for techies, and we've had 2, I think, so far. Everyone in the chat, what do you think? And they've just gone so well. I think the last one we had about 60 people at any one time, and everyone patiently waited their turn, and it was just really, really impressive. I was so proud of all these communities. So we geek out a lot together as well.
Oh, this is awesome. So great. So great. Yeah, I'm going to hang around for a few more minutes. Perfect. And then, I'll have to hop out. So
no worries. Okay, awesome. And by the way, everyone watching, when Denise does hop out, don't forget we have space for all of you to come and join and just, chat if you want. We usually limit it to 1 or 2 people at a time. I know Alex has been waiting patiently as well. So so if you've got any questions, any thoughts, ideas, you can write in the chat, but you can also join me on audio as well on Discord. Okay, so high level, 5 to 10 minute video, CRUD usage of Stargate, and we thought Discord bot.
Yeah, and then we were thinking, you started going into the commands that this bot was going to potentially do, and that's where you really started. I started really getting inspired by your ideas.
Awesome. So some of the commands that I mentioned. So for everyone watching, I'm going to put these as examples, but I'm really keen to also get people's ideas as well. Not necessarily for now, but we can use them in the future. It was something like setting your bio, or setting and getting your bio, and for somebody else as well, and social links. And there was one more. Yes, that was for phase 1. For phase 2, we talked about people's locations, time zones. Time zones quite an important one, actually. I think we should add that now.
Yes.
Because
yes, it is.
I don't think people realize like how far time zones are. This is why I do my live streams at like this sort of time, because for Nick and Jennifer and probably yourself, Denise, who are like in the west of me, it's like early morning, and then for example, like Jay and Siddharth, it's probably like gone past dinner time. It's probably like 10 in the evening or something like that. And
wow.
And then people in Thailand, Bali, or even Australia, it's like already tomorrow probably.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, Aditya says, can I increase it some more? I can increase 1 more, I think. Hopefully that's okay. And if you need a link to the repo, I can share it in the chat as well. And I want to do some giveaways as well. So we're going to do some giveaways shortly. It's how everyone contributes to this project. So once I get these phase 1 goals down, we can start creating some issues. And I would love to see some of your issues that you'll create, and you fill them with lots of information and also some of your ideas. But create some labels on the project as well, so we can put some as future ideas. What else is a high level goals? Is there anything else you think we should add, Denise, for the moment?
I'm trying to think.
And we can always update this. This is obviously not, completely final, but just as a starting
Yeah.
point, I think it's quite, healthy starting point.
Yeah, I no, this is a great starting point. I'm wondering for deployment, what kind of ways do you like to deploy your bots? What type of setup do you do?
Good question. So it depends. At the moment, EddieBot hasn't has as much love as the bot we use. We call it EddieBot. Hasn't has as much love as we want, but we do want to do it with GitHub Actions. Originally, I had it with GitHub Actions with Azure, but I got halfway through changing that to DigitalOcean, and then I didn't quite finish it. So yeah, I use GitHub Actions usually. Do you use anything in particular when you do your deployments?
Yeah, I GitHub Actions for sure, and then for doing functions, especially when you're trying to stay completely serverless, Netlify has become one of my favorite new things I've been learning about. We, yeah, we'll do the CRUD calls. We'll wrap all of the database calls, the data API calls as Netlify functions. Eddie, I don't know if that's a pattern that you use, but it allows you to completely work serverless and have everything fully on CI/CD.
Um, I've used serverless like plenty before, but not as part of the deployment. And I think one of the challenges with Discord, it can't a Discord bot, it can't sit on serverless because it needs to always be listening. It can't. I love serverless. I do love the idea of it, and but yeah, unfortunately, Discord bot because it's not triggered by a HTTP request to kind of wake up. It's done with WebSockets.
Gotcha,
My
gotcha.
understanding
Okay.
is it needs to be a long running process rather than
I I have got to chime in here because this is the
sure.
coolest thing ever, and I am very excited about this, even
Oh,
though I haven't explored it myself
tell
yet.
us.
Discord recently released slash commands for bots. Now, a slash command is a separate integration approach, and you can either listen for a gateway event like you do with an existing bot, or you can build an entirely HTTP based integration that doesn't have a bot user account, and that can run serverless.
Interesting. Okay, that's something I'll have to look at. Okay, you have to
Yeah,
drop me
I
a
would love.
link. Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to read some more on that because that would be a new design paradigm for me as well. Sorry to interrupt you there, Eddie.
No, no, it's fine. No problem at all. I was kind of talking and thinking, so it's fine.
Well,
Uh,
I'm gonna go ahead and drop,
sure.
but I can't wait to come back. So I will be sure to
Awesome.
see all y'all at some other time. But this has been awesome, Eddie. Thanks so much for inviting me.
Thank you so much for being here. I just realized I've done something really stupid. I didn't hit record locally, so I was going to edit this and make little snippets, but I didn't hit record locally. Eddie, terrible mistake, as always.
It's okay. It'll live forever on YouTube.
It's true, and we'll do more and we'll record more, so it's fine.
Perfect.
Have a great day. Thanks,
Awesome.
Denise.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for joining.
And also, I see Bond says we should have a map with everybody's positions, location. Yes, I was actually talking to Denise about that yesterday, and it's something we will revive. So as you can see, there's a lot of overlap with our bots and ideas, and that's something we should probably have a chat about another time on how we can maybe merge those together. I don't know. We'll get started. We'll do phase 1 first, get this video out soon, and then we'll look at how similar it is and what else we can do. So Alex has been waiting very quietly. Alex, how are you doing?
I'm just excited for that, and it's amazing how technologies have been reinvented and developed, and also about, as Nick said, about the slash commands is very very cool project and a very cool thing to have.
It is very interesting. I have to look into that. So I see.
Also, I think I don't know what Stargate is. Sorry about that,
That's fine.
but I think we should think about what language do we write about.
Yeah, it's probably going to be TypeScript again because that's the best one, the one that kind of I know best. But we can also have maybe multiple versions. Maybe that's something we can do. Someone can do a comparison in Python. Someone might do one in another language. So that could be quite interesting. So yeah, we'll have a think about that. I think it'd be nice to have different comparisons of it. And I think I want to keep the bot generics. Maybe other people could use it in other people's discords, a bit like what Nick did. But let me talk a bit briefly about what Stargate is. So I've only kind of scratched the surface what it is, but the idea is it sits as an API on top of Cassandra, so you don't have to worry about Cassandra, and it sits on top of it as an API, so you can use GraphQL or you can use REST API to do searches, to create data, to get data, and so on. And then the new feature coming out is their hosted version, so you can just have it hosted in the cloud for free, serverless, which is awesome. Nick says, fun fact, Discord uses Cassandra. Awesome. Cassandra is kind of like Mongo or Elasticsearch. It's a NoSQL database, but it was created, I think, by, I know it's in the Apache Foundation, might be by Facebook, I can't remember, but it's designed to scale like massively, and that's what's like really, really interesting. But it was always quite difficult to use, and I think now with Stargate, it just makes it so much easier. And their Stargate project is completely open. Actually, we've got some issues raised, so people have got some green squares. That's awesome. And don't forget, if you want to win swag, fill out the form and contribute to this project. Any questions, let us know. So create project goals. So I'm going to close this because now I've done that. Perfect. I love that, Alec. Thank you so much. Discuss with the community the project goals. And you put a live stream link. Exactly. So remember, when adding value to a project, it's not just about code. It's not about tech. It's also about other people coming to the project later on. And if someone comes to this later on, it wouldn't give them, what's the word? It wouldn't give them context. And when now there's a link to the live stream. Sorry, what was that, Nick?
I said about the context that is given.
Yeah, context is so important. And I could put a link to the live stream in the README, but that's not the right context because as the project moves forward, as we do more live streams, it doesn't make sense. But this issue was done in this live stream. So this is why it gives it lots of context. So this is perfect. So I'm going to hit close on that. So Alex has got a green square and is in it to win some GitHub swag. So what else do we need next? I think it would be good to have a link to Stargate, right? Like, and maybe a bit of a description of what it is. Like Alex said, what is Stargate? So if someone could raise an issue, say add a link and a bit of description about what is Stargate, and we can add that to the README, or even someone else can add it to the README. And while you're doing that, I want to create some labels. And everyone watching, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps support the channel. And if you hit the bell button, you get notified each time we go live and post videos. Okay, cool. So I think next, we've got a couple of issues. I think we probably need some labels. Okay, awesome. Got some new issues coming in. So we've got the standard issues that people have created. As you can see these. Enhancement, question, bug. What else could we do with? I think there is actually a standard, like there is conventional changelog for making standard commits. I think there's a standard for issues. So maybe I'll look that up and come back to that. So I won't create any issues yet, but I do want to create a project board. So we're going to create a project board. Oh, sorry, Nick.
Are you talking about a standard for labels?
Yes.
Oh, yes, I have one. I will totally share it in the chat.
Please do. Awesome. So the project board I'm going to create is V01. I'm going to call it whatever kind of I want. I can rename this later. And I'm just going to say Discord bot crud. Okay, and I want to use a template, and I'm going to use, hopefully it's not behind my head, I'm just going to use a basic Kanban, like nothing smart, keep it really simple. And the beauty of this is you can add cards. So I'm going to delete the default ones that get created. And when you add an issue, you get a green square. And when we can add issues to this board. When you create like a note, no, don't delete the column, Eddie, that's really stupid. Delete the note. When you add a note, you don't get a green square. So what we wanted to do, we got to do, in progress, and done. So we had, what did we have? Where was it? Cushy created an issue. Awesome. So the first one we did was link to Stargate. Have I closed it because it's maybe not appearing? Oh, it is open. Let me get rid of that. Is open. and it's the one we closed already. Here we go. So it should have started in to do, then gone into progress, and then gone done. Okay, yes, I've done that ticket all in a quite short amount of time, but the idea is if Denise or someone else looks later, they can see very quickly on this project board what kind of state the project is in, and you can even add tasks to these issues, and so therefore people can see if it's in progress how much of that task you've progressed along. And it's just with Markdown. It's really simple. I'll show you shortly. Oh, Aditya, great question. Thank you. I used CRUD, and it's terrible to use acronyms. It's not inclusive, and I really apologize for that. It means create, read, update, and delete. So the idea is that would create a bot where a bot command where I can save my bio, for example, and then that will be the create. And if I want to update it, there'll be update. And if I want to read it, that'll be the read. But read actually has two, because you have read where you read an individual one with an ID. Just bash my microphone. Hopefully I didn't make too much noise. And then you have another read where it's read with no ID, and it lists out like everything that matches that resource. For example, like users, if you went /users/1, you'd get the first user or the user with that ID. But whereas if you just went /users on a RESTful API, then you would get all the users that you're allowed to see. There might be public users. There might be some restrictions, but that's the general idea. Okay, let's bring some of these over. So what have we got? Let me grab all of them and put them in to-do. And we can even have a column before the to-do, which is like, I don't know, backlog, and then we can bring them into to-do when we want to actually work on them. So these are all, bringing them all across. And then as you can see, we can also prioritize. So you can drag all these up and down. It's probably behind my big head, but you kind of get the idea. Thank you all so much for writing in the chat. Keep writing in the chat. Keep giving your ideas and your suggestions, your thoughts, your questions. I saw ViViV says, when you open a meme instead of an issue, Eddie might be disappointed. So if we're going to give away swag for like the best issues and the best pull requests, etc., can we take away swag? So ViViV, if it's not good, you're going to owe me swag. Is that how it works? Okay, awesome. I see I'm getting loads of messages on Discord. I'm not going to look at that till afterwards. Write to me in the YouTube chat, and if I've missed it, just write it again. I'm not going to be offended. Do write it again. So I think those are the issues that we've got. Okay, what we're going to do next. Has anyone raised any pull requests yet? So we have a quick look. No one's raised a pull request yet. Okay. Workflows. What workflows, Nick? Trying to confuse me. Is that GitHub Actions? Sorry, say that again, Nick. I missed that.
I'll share a link in the issue here.
Okay, cool. So if we go back to the project board, I can pick another task. I mean, I can do these pull requests if all of you want. I think info about Stargate we should put up here. So I think that should be a first one. I can do that. Do you all want me to do that, or should one of you going to do that? What technologies we're using? Actually, yes, it's a really good idea. Can someone raise an issue to include in the README what technologies we're using? That's such a good point. Alan, thank you so much. Nia, thank you so much for replying in the chat. Love the collaboration. Brilliant. But we should put it in the README as well. So who would like a green square? I mean, how's my green squares looking today? Do I need any for today? Let me see. I've got some for today. I got 3 today. Okay, and don't forget, drop me a follow if you want to see what open source projects I'm working on. But I'm happy to get some more green squares if none of you want them. So let's have a look. So who wants to write green square in the chat if you want a green square, and then let me know which ticket you're going to do, and you can do that. I mean, I can walk you through that as well if you want. Reposting goal suggestion, design for the profile picture of the bot. Aditya, what do you mean by that? Okay, Alex. So, which one are you doing, Alex? If you want to get a green square.
I'm reading now about the Stargate to.
Sure, you can copy and paste like a paragraph from their website. You don't have to try and rewrite it and so forth. So you can just copy and paste it, and you can put it in like Markdown. Do you call it quote? What's it called? It's quote, I think. And then we use greater than symbol, and then just put a link to the full documentation, just so people can have an idea of what it is, and then if they want to go read more, they can. And also we can do something like this. Has everyone seen Mermaid? You can like draw diagrams with code, with like kind of like markdown code. And so we could do to show, let me see, what's a good type of diagram to show the flow between Discord bot, Stargate, and Cassandra. Maybe that could help people. Not necessarily for now. Maybe it's something, an issue someone can raise. But let me, if I go to examples, what do they have? Why aren't I seeing other examples? You've got pie charts, you kind of got sequence diagrams, flow, what you can do with flow, and it is just kind of like markup stuff. This is great because you can commit it to the repo and not commit a binary, like not commit an image. So if someone wants to make a change, like here it says, like Alice, if they want to change it to something else, they can just change it here. And you know, you can review a pull request really easily rather than them seeing like a whole image change and trying to figure out what has changed by it. But there are like so many things you can do. We've got Gantt, so we could even do like a timeline of stuff that we want to do. Loads of stuff. We will look at this another time. I think we've got class diagrams. We could do this for a database as well. Lots of things to think about. So if someone could raise an issue, I'll drop a link in the chat. If someone could raise an issue to maybe have the data layout or the data structure as done in Mermaid. So someone could raise that as an issue, that would be epic, because you know what my memory's like. I will forget. Okay. Right, what have we got on issues? Have we got more? 12. Okay. What technologies are being used? Awesome. Thank you so much for raising that. Info about Stargate on social platforms. Love that. Keep those issues coming in. That's great. You're all in it. Should we do like, 5 giveaways today? What do you think? I think 5 giveaways is good. Remember, add context to your issues because it makes sense to all of us now. But if I come back tomorrow, my brain is terrible. But also if other people join later on, you want them to understand what's going on, what they've missed. Okay, awesome. 5 forks already. That's epic, but no stars. Okay, I'm going to star it. I think all of you should star it as well. You don't get a green square for starring it. I see Apollo's in the chat as well. Awesome. Okay, Aditya, like Becca, Edibot have designed pictures on their profile, that kind of thing. Oh, this is where Karuna could come in, or anyone else, obviously. So someone can raise an issue to have, I see what you mean, like a profile picture for the bot. Loving that. Great idea. I should be bringing these great ideas onto screen. Let me... apologies, I didn't do that before. Right. Great idea. So we need an issue for this, and then people can submit some of their ideas, and that can be, I love that. Genius. You all have made my Friday. You've made my weekend. This is epic. Keep this awesome stuff coming. Okay. What else have we got? Don't forget to also star the Stargate project, and if you have any questions, let us know. Denise is in our Discord chat. You can always tag her and ask her questions, and you'll see her, Denise, on the right hand side as community partner, so you can find out when Denise is online very easily. Okay, Eddie, the link in your YouTube description isn't working. Apollo, which one did I break? If you put a space after a link on the YouTube description, it doesn't work. It's really annoying. Okay, is everyone having fun? Everyone, write open source in the chat. Let's see who's having fun. Okay, I'm gonna do a refresh. We've 3 issues are closed already. Oh, Nick's closed one already. Okay, which technology are being used are closed as well. Did that get done already? I think it's already mentioned in 12.
Yeah, we're closing. I closed mine as duplicate.
Love it. Okay, that's collaboration. Great work, everyone. Love it. That is really, really good. And don't forget, I did just see, if I go back to closed, and if I went what technologies are being used, I did see someone else write, I think it's already been mentioned in 12. And so I love that. That is adding value. So whoever this person is, Vivhav, okay, the username threw me off. Thank you so much for checking that. And it's great that you didn't close it, because then it gives the other person an opportunity to say, actually, I meant something else, or actually, this is what I meant. So, great collaboration. I love you all, Eddie Hub. You're epic. Okay. Who have we got in the audio? We've still got Alex in the audio. So if anyone else wants to jump into the audio, there is a waiting room audio, and just jump into there and Nick will move you over into our audio. So you can come and chat with me on the live stream. Like, what ideas do you have? You're raising issues on GitHub. I love that. Oh, pull request has just come in. But if you want to come and talk through your pull request, or just talk through your issue, or you want some help doing it, jump on the audio, or you can ask in the chat text if you want. But if you want to jump in the audio, we can do that. And everyone, Nick, I think you should share, your GitHub or your Twitter, whatever you want, in the chat, in the YouTube chat, because you're always so supportive and helpful, and I think that's just epic. So
I would gladly do that, but I need you to make a sound effect for the pull request coming in.
Oh yes, see, Nick always adds so much value. I love that. So everyone, thank Nick in the chat and go follow on socials. Let me see which sound effect. Victory. I didn't hear it. Why can't I hear the sound effect? Did everyone hear it? I didn't hear anything. Did it
I don't
work?
get to hear the sound effects either because I'm in the radio. So
yeah, you won't get to hear it, but I should hear it. I didn't hear it. Did people hear it? Nitesh says yeah. So yeah, as in you want a sound effect, or yeah, you heard it. Utkarsh, awesome to have you here. Great to join us. And why didn't I hear that sound effect?
I think they heard it.
Okay. I don't know why I didn't hear it. Oh well. Okay, as long as you all heard it, that's the most important. I am looking. Ignore the number. Ignore this. I am looking. If I keep looking up, I'm looking on my screen up there to try and see which audio bars are moving to see if it went through or not. Okay, I'm glad it worked. Awesome. Kartiki, yes. Vivhav, Nitesh, yes. Aditya, you all heard it. Awesome. Okay, closes 6. I love that. This is really important as well. You want to make it easy for the maintainers to review your pull requests and do their admin. So again, putting fixes or closes means it will automatically close the issue once this pull request is closed or merged. So again, that really helps.
To chime in on that,
sure.
Yes, absolutely, 100% use that closes keyword or that related keyword, or whichever keyword to link your pull request to the issue. But please do that in the body of the pull request on GitHub. Do not do it in a commit message, because when you do it in a commit message, if the maintainer decides that your PR, while it's accepted, does not completely resolve the issue and the issue needs to stay open, that creates a significant amount of overhead for the maintainers to either reopen the issue, find the issue and reopen it, or to rebase your commit to remove the reference.
Thank you, Nick. Absolutely right. So today we're not only showing you us planning this project from the beginning, but also dropping loads of tips about GitHub to make your pull requests get merged quicker and all that awesome stuff, and make it easier for maintainers. You want to make it as easy as possible for them. So that's great. The other thing, Nick, you gave me an idea and I've forgotten what it was. I can't remember. Okay, awesome. Add information about Stargate. Love that. Okay, awesome. So we should actually, we've got quite a few issues. We'll have to pick something to do a giveaway in a moment. We'll pick one. But I like this. Also considering adding a link to their GitHub repository. Yeah, it solves 5.2 as well. Awesome. Okay, I love the collaboration. This is brilliant. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's look at files changed. What have we got? An open source data gateway. Stargate is a data gateway deployed, etc. I'm guessing that's copied from their website. So one thing I would suggest, if we're copying it, I think we should quote it. And the way you do that is you can do that with, so I can actually make a code change, I think. So you can, not that one. You can do like a code suggestion. So you click on that button here at the top and it automatically shows someone that what you're suggesting. So I'm suggesting we do this. And if I preview, it will show them I'm doing that. And basically that means it will indent it. And I can even show what it looks like. Below this will look like, if I do that, oh, not two of them. And if I do a preview as well, you can see it kind of comes in like that, which shows that it's copied. I'll put a bit of a message. If this is from their website, I suggest quoting. And then
really cool thing about that suggestion feature is that if I'm the contributor and I made this pull request, and then you as the maintainer make a few suggestions using this interface, I can go through with the GitHub GitHub UI and add those suggestions to a commit, and then commit directly to my PR from GitHub. I don't have to go back to my local instance and copy and paste all of the changes. I can just do it right there on GitHub.
Exactly. So all Nitesh, I think this is Nitesh's PR. I lost track whose it was. Yeah, Nitesh would have to do, if they agree with it, is just click on, I think it might have different words for yourself, but like accept and so forth. And then it will just make the change. You don't have to, like Nick was saying, you don't have to go and do it locally, commit and push and all the rest. So that's awesome. For more information, visit Stargate, Discord bot using Stargate. And we can see how this looks. I don't know if anyone knows this trick. What I always do is I go view file in a new tab, and you can kind of see how it would look if it was accepted, which I think is always really helpful. So Stargate, and we're suggesting to quote that. For more information, visit Stargate. That's got a bullet point. There's only one. I'm not sure if the bullet point is needed, but we'll leave it for now. I'm not going to be picky, I think that's the terminology, because this adds value. And remember, it's about adding value. So I'm not one to say, oh, it's got a dot here, but it doesn't have a dot here. And if it adds value, I want to get it in and add value to the project and the community straight away. And then someone else can come along and perfect it and make it more consistent. Yes, I'm happy with that. Just the quote, I think, would be a bit nicer because we didn't write it, is the only suggestion I would make. And it says refresh. Looks like a change has come in. Nitesh, how did you make that change? Let us know in the chat how you made that change. Right, also now so many people here. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. It really helps support the channel, and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, so that looks good. I've refreshed. I'm really happy with that. We can review it again if you want. So we just go view file, open a new tab. That's what it's going to look like. I'm happy with that. What do you all think? I think that's good. Let's approve. And remember, if you're not a maintainer on this project, you still can approve projects. You still can go through and leave a comment. And that adds value. And if you're happy with it, approve the project. So I'm going to do abbreviation. Looks good to me. But actually, you know what? I write it. Looks good. Thumbs up. Approve. But I'm hoping to see some other people have approved this when I get there. Let's have a look. Just me, but that's fine. Maybe the PR's title could be more descriptive. See, I love that feedback because although it doesn't have to be changed right now, but it's adding value for next time. Update Readme. So I completely agree that it's not very descriptive, and I missed that. So Vivavi, thank you for mentioning. You don't have to kind of say the word updated because it's a pull request. We know it's going to be an update. It's going to change. You could maybe say more information about Stargate, or information about Stargate, or something like that. This is awesome. Nitesh, please be picky. I want every point, so my next contribution will be better. We'll mention it, but what I mean is we want you and other people to make more contributions. So that's why we're not going to be picky, and it adds value already. I don't want to delay this by an extra 5 minutes. It adds value already. So let's get it merged. Right. How was your commit? Sorry, Nick.
So one thing I like to do when I review, if I see suggestions if I have suggestions for a pull request that aren't necessarily blocking, so they don't keep me from merging, and I still want to land those changes, I will write the approving. I'll do the approving review, but I'll still add those comments so that they are there in the pull request, and the contributor can see them and review them, and either they or somebody else who happens to be watching the repository can submit a new pull request to make those changes. Nice. I don't think I fully agree that if the PR adds value and doesn't introduce bugs, we want to land it, but we also want to document those suggestions so they aren't lost in the shuffle.
Love that. Yeah, document everything. And I think if people chat on Discord about stuff, try and document, like if it was about a pull request, try and document it on here so other people can have that context. Love that. This one I'm not sure about. This is kind of a good question. Quoting is correct, but looks less beautiful. I think it looks good. Can we incorporate a third method? I don't think so. I don't think you can kind of, if there is a third method, you could put double quotes around it, drop it into italics. But I think, Yeah, I just think quoting it is the way to do it. And if you later on make those documentations into a website or PDF using something like ASCII docs, then you can do more with that. Then you can put styling on it. But I think having the source correct is probably best. Okay, and lots of people saying hi in the chat. If new people are joining, awesome to have you here. Looking forward to getting you the green squares. Give the video a thumbs up. Sorry to say that again. Okay, how should we merge this in? Should we create a merge commit? Should we squash it? What do you think? Let's keep it simple. Just create a merge commit, I think. Keep it simple. Okay, confirm merge. Right, that's now merged in. So all of you will have that. Number 6 should be closed. Let's have a look. It's automatically closed. And also I see there is some duplicate. It solves 5.2. Let's have a look as well. Info about Stargate. Awesome. So really great adding value. Love that. So thank you for raising Kushi and Vibhav. Great for putting in a link. I'm going to close that because it's now been merged, as you can see up here. Awesome. And then what else? I saw it was another duplicate. Let's have a look. Closes this one as well. Add Stargate link address to the README. Awesome. Femi, thank you so much for raising the issue. That's awesome. Duplicate of 5. Okay, so I'm going to close it because it's already mentioned as a duplicate. I probably should write duplicate as well, but someone's already done that, which is great. That really helps me as a maintainer, so thank you all so much. So let's have a look how the project is looking. So we have 1 pull request left, and we have 9 issues, so that's good. Keep that going. Who has too many green squares that they don't want anymore and they don't want to win any swag, then you might as well leave this live stream now and so forth. I won't be offended. It's fine.
I have too many green squares. I guess I better leave.
No, you don't leave. I need your help. I'll send you more swag and more green squares. Nick does have a lot of green squares. I need to improve my green squareness. Green squareness? That sounds wrong. My open sourceness. That sounds a bit better. Nick, how do you do it? You have so much.
I have the benefit of being employed in open source, so everything I do is open source.
That's awesome. I love that. And everything I do is mostly open source, so I need to do more open source, is what Nick is telling me to catch up. Okay, so other things I've noticed, and I'm going to show you this in a second, but I just want to say Kushi is going to join us on audio, so that's awesome. Yes, Kushi should have Team Eddie and should have a partner role as well, because from Equicode. So while Nick is doing that, we've got 8 stars. Thank you all. Love you so much. 8 forks. Amazing. Next thing I want to show is settings, because if you look down the right hand side, we've got a description. You've all seen me review projects, but we've got releases, which we're going to keep. We're going to want to use releases, and we're going to use GitHub Actions in the future to create those releases. But packages we don't need. So what I'm going to do is go to settings, and I think we can remove packages. I'm trying to think where I saw that before. Wiki, I'm not going to use Wiki, so I'm going to disable that because I think the docs should be in the repository, so therefore they can go through pull requests, create it into a GitHub Pages website, whatever you want. Really awesome stuff. So removed Wiki. Sponsorship we can leave off. Projects we do want. Discussions, we do want discussions. I think that's pretty useful. There was an idea that Nick raised to raise in a discussion, and I've forgotten what it was. Let's have a look. We don't want auto merge, but there was something about, I can't remember. I can't find where it is. And we have Jay on. Jay, how you doing?
Hey Eddie, yeah, we're doing fine, yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for joining. Everyone who doesn't know, Jay is obviously part of our awesome community and is awesome as well. But also Karuna had a Twitter bot and needed some help deploying it. And Jay and ViViV jumped on and helped. And that's just awesome. I have a video on that on my channel as well if you want to check that out. So how are things going for you, with you?
Yeah, they're going great. Actually, me, Karuna, and 2 more people are actually participating in hackathon right now. And it's me just taking a break from the hackathon.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Awesome that you're doing a hackathon. And thank you so much for taking a break and joining us on, what are we calling this? Radio Eddie? Eddie FM? I don't know. But, coming and joining on audio.
Radio
on
Eddie.
Radio Eddie. Okay. Nick has spoken. It is done. Radio Eddie. So, Jay, thank you so much for joining us. Tell us about the hackathon. What are you building?
Okay, so we are basically building a, what should I say this? It's a uh, it's a project where you can buy land of planets that are not Earth.
Right. Okay.
Basically, the hackathon is space themed. Oh shit! I don't know if I should have said that. Okay, I'll not say anything else.
Okay.
It's going on. So yeah.
Okay. No problem. You're right. I see what you mean. Okay. Don't give it away. Okay. So, what do you think of our project so far? We've got like 9 issues. We've got 1 pull request.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's going great. Yeah, I was looking into what next PR I can do. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we've got loads of issues. So yeah, you can take some issues and raise some pull requests. I'm sure you've got lots of green squares. So yeah, just looking at the chat. We have Santosh in the chat as well. Awesome to have you here, Santosh. Okay, so I'm looking at this pull request, and I think, is it a duplicate? Help me out here, everyone. So we have, or is it making changes? This is the README at the moment. I haven't done the giveaway yet. Everyone remind me to do a giveaway. Like, we've been going for over an hour. I haven't given anything away yet. I need to give stuff away. So remind me in a minute. We'll do that. So this is the README. And I see we've got Kushi in the audio chat as well on, what do we call it? Radio Eddie. How you doing, Kushi?
Hi, Eddie. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Sorry, go on.
No, you go ahead. Okay, so we'll keep competing like this. It would be great, if you go ahead. Otherwise, we'll be stuck onto this.
Okay, I think you should. I didn't do this for Jay, so apologies, Jay. You have to do yours in a minute. But give yourself an intro. So, Kushi is the founder or one of the founders of Echo Code, a community that we collaborate, and they do awesome hackathons, live streams, collaborations, and it's just awesome to always geek out with you. But you give yourself a better intro.
I feel that's fine, but thank you so much for having me here. And hi everyone. I've been running as your offline co-panelist in the live chat, and I feel so proud to be like that. Okay, but is it bad that I assigned myself a role that you even didn't announce?
That's fine. No, we're always all collaborating, and I think it's just it's awesome to always geek out everyone. So no, it's fine. It's good fun. And you can all help me, actually. So, Jay, give yourself a quick intro. So I did mention Jay helped out Karuna with the Twitter bot deployment on Heroku. But Jay, give yourself a bit of a shout out as well.
Okay. So I'm basically a student doing computer science, doing a BTech in computer science. This is I'll probably graduate this year, hopefully, if everything goes well. And I'm doing an internship right now, getting my graduate internship done. So yeah, like I'm almost getting my hands dirty on this developer community, getting into this developer community.
Awesome, cool. So one thing that I've noticed, we've got this pull request, right? Let me see. So we've got this pull request from Alex, but I'm not sure. It doesn't conflict, which is quite interesting. But where is it? So this is the pull request. This is the README. So it says, I think this is the same, and that's why it's not conflicting, I think. Let me see. Oh, no, it is slightly different because it ends differently. Okay. Okay, something we'll look at later on. Don't want to get bogged down with that sort of stuff. So Alex, thank you so much. We'll look at this later on. Let's have a look at some of these issues that people have raised, and maybe we can pick a winner, right? Let's pick a winner for some swag. So what do you all think? You all get to... Actually, you all can vote in the chat, right? Because if you click on this, you can give them a plus one. So create profile picture for Stargate bot. So some inspiration. Love that 5AV. So yeah, vote on it, and we'll try and pick some popular ones. So go to the issues, everyone. If you need the link to the repo, let us know. And we'll just, while we're waiting for you all to vote, we'll go through with everyone on the audio call and see what they all think. So that was the first one in the list. I do like how 5AV's made a suggestion. I don't know if we can use stuff like that from Stargate. We'd have to check with them. But what do you think of some of these issues? If you came with a fresh kind of pair of eyes and you weren't watching a live stream, would these issues make sense to you? If we can share deep info about what actually Stargate is on social platform, then we can get some suggestions from others. So I love this issue. Maybe you can just maybe give an example of what you mean. I think that would be more helpful.
Yeah, I just stumbled upon that issue as well, but I was kind of confused upon maybe if he's referring to about maybe he's posting about the whole project or something like that. So I just wanted to know more about it. So it would be great if you could share something more.
I agree. If I think where is it? Rank? I can't pronounce your name. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think it's Munang.
Munang. You're in the chat. Thank you so much for raising the issue. Thank you for the tips in the chat as well, where you say, I think EddieBot map can be done like we have maps feature on Snapchat. Oh, I don't know that feature on Snapchat because I don't use it. If you could raise an issue and put a screenshot from Snapchat, that would be awesome and really, really help. And I can put that into a future project board and we can, all chat about that and stuff. Or even I've created discussions. So you could actually start a discussion on that and we can all have different threads and discuss on that. Okay, it's not just me. Sometimes I get confused quite easily. Technologies used. No one's raised an issue for what technologies are used yet. No, not issue, sorry. No one's raised a pull request. I think someone should. What do you think, Jay and Kushi? Do you think they should?
Yeah, like definitely.
I wanted to, but I don't think I have any knowledge in this, like Cassandra and everything.
Yeah, maybe someone more comfortable with these topics can do that.
Wow.
Because likewise, Nick, please go ahead.
Well, you do not have to be comfortable with
Yes.
Cassandra to resolve this issue. If for example, that Eddie plans to use TypeScript to build this bot, then you can create a PR that adds technologies.md and lists TypeScript. And then when you create the PR, you just note that it is related to issue number 12, not closes number 12. That way we can track track the context of your pull request and why your changes are being made. But you do not have to ship a PR that comprehensively resolves an issue necessarily. Especially for something like this where we're compiling a list of technologies that we need. You can create the file and add TypeScript. Eddie can review it and merge it, and then another contributor can say, well, I know we're using Stargate, so we need to add these three technologies. It's a collaborative effort. It doesn't have to be solved all at once.
I love that. I'm going to do a sound effect, level up sound effect, because that's so important. I say this quite often, but I didn't say this now. So Nick, thank you so much. Yeah, it's give an example. Like I had an open source project a while back where someone said I wanted to create the contributors guidelines and how to get started and so forth. They said, give me a week, 2 weeks, which usually means like 3 or 4 weeks in open source, and I'll write a page. It's like, wait a second, we don't even have a file yet. So if you create a file and put one line, and even if that one line said, join us on Discord to ask questions or start a discussion to raise questions, and a link, then that already adds value. So I'd love to merge that in. So even on that issue, before we get to this one, if not this one, sorry, my bad. Technologies used, even if someone created a file or even added it to the Readme, like a new section in the Readme, and just said TypeScript, I feel that's already adding value because we don't have anything at the moment. So I think Nick, you that's like brilliant point to raise. Thank you so much. That it's just about adding value, and it can be small. So issues can be split and can be made smaller.
I do, of course, want to follow that up with it's sound advice, but it is not universal advice. So please be sure to read a project's contributing guidelines, because they may request that a pull request does comprehensively resolve an issue. And if you're working on a feature, make sure that your pull request contains a fully functional block of code, and not you can pull request one line for a technology documentation list, but you can't pull request one line out of an 18 line new feature. it won't work.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. Right, so what I wanted to quickly do is I wanted to move some of these. I've been really bad. I don't know if people can move these over, probably can't, but info about Stargate, it's been closed, so let's drop that into done. And update Readme also is done. Again, when you're looking on the board, it's really hard to understand what update Readme is, so that's why having the right titles is really, really important, so people can understand what it is. Okay, I think this is done as well. Link to Stargate. I think we put that in the README, didn't we? Let me check. I'm holding this issue in a second because I think it's just awesome. Yes. So link to Stargate. So that's also done. Okay, we're good. So let's... did it say anything else? Link to Stargate. Okay, so I want to drop that over. And I want to close it. I've just closed it, but what I should do is say why it got closed. And someone's already put comments in. Awesome. Oh, I mean to the GitHub repo as well. So there's another issue if someone wants it. If someone wants to raise an issue and pull request to add also their GitHub. But you can get to it from their website, so it's not like massively important. Again, it's just making it easier for the community and maintainers. So one thing I do want to give a giveaway, and I think this one deserves a giveaway. What do you all think? I love this idea. Move it to the EdiHub organization.
Oh yeah, definitely. I actually went to your EdiHub organization first to check in. Then I saw, okay, no, it's on your personal.
That's my mistake. I'm not saying because of your mistake. I'm saying because it wasn't a mistake. I'm saying because of me, which is why I always say to people, there are no kind of bad questions or any bad answers, and this was like terrible on my behalf. So. Yeah, we should move it. So we can do that on the next live stream. We can do that. It's quite easy to move, and we can do it. So that's brilliant. So I'm going to keep a note, actually, and this is going to be, what's the name? Can't pronounce that name. I'm so sorry. Sinratnath. Hope you filled out the swag form because I'm going to send you some swag. So, yes. I'll assign that to me as well, because I think only I can do that. Okay, what else have we got issues-wise? Let's have a look. I will keep that one open so I don't forget to send swag. What else have we got? We were going through and having a look. Have people voted on issues as well? What have we got? So, Karuna's right. Add contributing and file and code of conduct. And we've got a suggestion to someone saying do it already. Feedback for this. I don't know what your thoughts are. Everyone watching and everyone on audio. I think we could raise 2 issues from this, not just one. I think that the contributing file can be raised independently of the code of conduct. And if someone can raise the issue for the code of conduct, get that green square, and I will do the code of conduct now myself, because I think they can do it with one click. So I want to get another green square as well. Oh, I can see pull requests coming in. Let's have a look. Feature add envars. VivoB's already started coding. Wow. Okay. Nice. Discord bot token, Stargate. That's pretty cool. I can't remember the variable names, but we can always change them. But I'm sure you've checked it out already. Awesome. Love that. The auth token, I think, will be done. Has to be retrieved programmatically, but we can always remove that out. This is a great start. What does everyone think? I think we should approve that and get that merged in. Looks good. There we go. I'm approving that one. Let's get it merged. And did that close an issue? Closes one. This is a personal preference of mine. I don't know what you will think, but I prefer having closes or fixes at the top, like the first thing that I see. It's just my opinion. Oh, new changes. What's come in? Okay, some more changes have come in. Okay, let's have a look. So I think this isn't another GitHub tip for everyone. I think my approval is still there. It is one approval. So what I want to change on settings is I want to dismiss approvals if things change. So not manage access. Where am I going? I want to go to branches in settings on the repo, and then we want to add a rule. And if we go to main, and then we want to say requires a review, and 1 is enough. And I want to dismiss stale pull requests if there's new commits. I think that's important, so things don't get merged because they've been approved, but there have been other changes have gone in. I'll click this for later, status branches to be checked. And I want the branch up to date as well. I think it just avoids any weird issues. I won't sign it to, I love my commits to be signed, but I'm not going to force everyone to do that. And I don't want to allow, obviously, forced pushes. So let's just create that rule. My password is password1. That's obviously a joke. Just in case anyone asks. So now if we go back to this pull request, it wouldn't have been dismissed, but if another commit did get added, it will get dismissed. So let's have a look at it again. Okay, and I see some more things in the chat. Lael, how are you doing from Lebanon? Awesome to have you here. Oh, Santosh has already left. Okay. Reproducing local. I'm not sure what the hyphen is at the end though. Is that meant to be there? What is the dash for? I think that could have come in another pull request. Get yourself some more more things. So yeah, okay, we'll come back to that pull request. We also yes, look at this. Kushi's done it already. Okay, let's tech used. Oh, you got beaten very quickly. Tech used added. I can also mention Stargate as one of the technologies. It would be helpful, definitely. So TypeScript, again, that's adding value straight away. I think that should be a heading though, is what I would suggest. I don't know what, have we got Kushi and Jay still on the chat? What do you think? Should that be a heading rather than bold?
Yeah, I believe that would be more beneficial, but like that's my take. So I think yeah, there should be a heading.
Yeah, I think I just made a PR. I made the same PR, but I've added a heading.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so let's have a look. So I've added that as a comment. I think 2 to match the phase goals. Oh, it says refresh. Some changes have come in already. Okay. Stargate got added. Okay, but it's still the heading. Let's go look at the next pull request. Right, it's just like a race. So we got Kushi's next. Awesome. Okay.
I'm going to review that in front of me. I'm feeling already like nervous.
No, that's awesome. Okay, so you've created a technologies MD file. Is this common practice to have a technologies MD file? I've seen it a few times. I don't know if it's a convention that's starting up.
I believe so, but like you are the god of open source. I think you should tell me that. Like whatever you suggest, I'll be following that.
I've seen it a few times, but I haven't seen it widely used everywhere. But you know, I'm open to take up new trends and so forth. And it's something we can always move later on, and so on. So it's not an issue. So that adds value, right? I would like to see, not now, but in the future, links to make it easier for people to find them. But this adds value already, so I think this is good. You know, let's merge it. And we can move things around. You know, if someone comes up with a better idea or a different way to do it, there's nothing wrong with that. But this adds value right now, which I think is really, really important. So let's get that merged. Awesome. Okay. Pull requests coming in fast. Awesome. And I see people in the chat, password 12345. Alex, how do you know my password? I will check some issues in a second. List of technologies to the Readme by Jay. Okay, let's have a look. You've added it as well. So what we could do is also have this here, but then also have the file as well with more detail. So this could be kind of like the high level technologies, and maybe the technologies.md goes into more detail, right? So behind Stargate is Cassandra and all the rest. So let's accept this and merge it. Like I said, it's all about adding value, and then we can move things around later on. So thank you very much, Jay. Some more green squares. There's unlimited amount of green squares, everyone. Sorry, what was that?
I think I was just saying yay.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that was my reaction.
Okay, let's have a sound effect. I can't hear the sound effect, so I can't remember what it sounds like. Let's have a look. EddieBot map. So for those of you who don't, wow. Okay, so this is Snapchat. Okay, so I've never seen it. This is what it looks like. So yes, this is something that I wanted to do. I do have a repo that I did a really quick prototype for this, and this is something I spoke to Denise about to potentially add to this. It does overlap a lot with our stuff, so we might want to migrate it with that, and we can have some thoughts and discussion about that. But I love this for a future idea. So what I might do is create a project board, and I'm going to just create a new one and just say future ideas, and I'm going to drop it into there. I'm not going to probably give it Kanban, maybe Kanban, right? So the reason for Kanban is not in progress and etc., because that doesn't quite make sense. I'm going to change the titles. Actually, I didn't even need to create Kanban. I could have just added the columns myself. But what I was thinking of, I don't know. What do you think these titles could be? This is like, I don't know, ideas. And then maybe it could be, let me see, edit column, in discussion maybe, if we're just like, if people have started discussing it and thinking it, and then maybe then we could, oh, not add note, could say prioritized, like if it's already been put into a project or a project board or something like that. And again, these titles we can change. So what we're going to do is, we're going to EddieBot map, we're going to drop there, and people can add your thoughts and ideas. So let me share that one. I think that'd be a really creative one. So let me share that one in the chat, make it easy for everyone to find. And if you've got some ideas and thoughts, do drop it in that and see. So that is awesome. Cool. Right, everyone still awake? We still good?
I am.
Okay, good to hear. I think Jay and Kushi and hopefully everyone in the chat is still awake as well.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so what else have we got? So did add contributing a file separate, okay? And then if someone could add code of conduct as well as an issue, if someone wants that green square. And share the green square love, everyone. If you've got a couple of green squares for today, let someone else get it. So technology is used. Can we close this off yet? Create an MD file, for example, TypeScript, an ordered list in a way to list them. Feel free to ask any doubts. Like that. Awesome. We will do labels. I'm going to look at labels after the stream, or I can do it on another stream. I didn't want to get too bogged down with labels yet, but you're right. We should look at labels. Sorry, say that again?
If you decide to go with the Creative Commons open source labels that I linked in.
Oh, I missed that. Where did you link that?
One of the issues. If you decide to go with that, I have a JavaScript that you can run in your browser console from the labels when you're looking at the GitHub labels page, and it will automatically add all of those labels to your repository for you.
That's awesome. Where is that? We should all have a look at that together, I think. I think everyone will be quite interested in that. Let's have a look. Must have been by you, right? So
let's see, where did I put that? Here, or did I put that in the chat? Now I have to remember.
Oh, here we go. No, you have put it. I found it. Here we go. I'm gonna make this a bit bigger for everybody. So repositories, labels. Okay. So it's priority, status. Let's look at some examples. Right. So you get priority, critical, high, medium, and low. Yeah, it would be great if these can be auto-generated and we can use them. So fix. I think this looks good. What does everyone think in the chat? Do you think this could be quite useful to use something like this? I like this. I like standardization, although I might not agree with every single label. As long as it's standard, then it's really easy to jump between project to project. Yeah, I really like that. What do I think of sending swags for the Eddie map thing? Well, we kind of discussed it already, so it's a great idea, but it wasn't like a fresh idea because we kind of discussed it already. Keep contributing. I'm sure you'll get some swag in this stream or maybe another live stream soon. We're going to be doing a lot more, but I really like that. Yeah, Nick, we will do that definitely. Okay, can you add a link to the JavaScript project that you were talking about that you can run that does that as well?
Yes,
to the issue?
I will.
That would be awesome. Thank you. Okay. I got closed. Okay, awesome. It's been closed. Femi says, can JavaScript also be used of technologies? Some of us only code in JavaScript. TypeScript and JavaScript are very similar because TypeScript ends up as JavaScript. So even if you just do JavaScript, you can code in TypeScript and use JavaScript. It's like JavaScript on steroids. So I wouldn't label it as a technology, but it is there underneath. So yeah, it's something that can be used. Awesome. So there's a question here, really good question from, let me bring it up on the screen because I'm not going to pronounce the name very, very well. Actually, before I bring that up, let me bring up Mercy's one, which is, looks useful. So yes, the label stuff does look awesome. And the next one I'm going to bring up is Saeed. Hopefully, I don't know if I pronounced that right. What exactly is going on here? So let's have a recap. I don't know if someone in the chat wants to also give a longer recap, but basically I'm starting a new project, a client project, a real project. It's going to be small, but I wanted to plan the project with you all and set it up from scratch. So we create this repo on this live stream, and actually, you could really help us and add value, Saeed, by looking at this project and this README and see if it makes sense. And if it doesn't, then we need to make some improvements. So, we've put phase 1 goals, we've put technologies used. What else do you need to know? And then we'll add it. Raise an issue. If you're unsure about something, raise an issue. We can discuss it and add value to the project. So we're planning this project. The high level goals are video tutorial, 5 to 10 minutes, using Stargate serverless and using the CRUD of it with a Discord bot. And that's what I want to do in a video. And so we're just raising issues to improve this project and of things we want to do. So now actually we've got some of this stuff. I'm not going to go through every single one right now. I can go through this later on. Code of conduct is really important to me. So I'm actually going to create that right now. I'm going to go into here, go into the community tab. And we have a README. GitHub's obviously a bit drunk today, but I'm going to add a code of conduct. I'm just going to pick an example, one they have, and I'm going to add my email address. And that's really important to me. Code of conduct is so important. But you're all such an amazing community that we don't really need it, but we'll have it to be thorough. Okay, so now that's been created. So the next thing we want. Sorry, go on.
I totally learned something today. I did not know GitHub had the contributor code of conduct as a template. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really is awesome, and we're all learning all the time. That's why I love these live streams. Right, we're all just picking up gems all over the place. I see we've got 11 stars and 13 forks. Awesome. Everyone give the video a thumbs up and support. That really helps. Okay, so now I can close. I didn't close this. That was very silly because I didn't go via a pull request. Created, and I want to close that. Okay, so let's talk before we go for an hour and a half. I want to kind of end off in kind of 20 minutes, max 30. So I would like to leave it with some ideas of what we're gonna build. So we're gonna put some labels on it shortly, and we could do that in Discord over the weekend. But one thing I'd like to do is what features can this bot do? So we spoke about setting bio, social links, and time zone. And so we probably need an issue for each one of those. So we'll need a command to add your bio and probably get your bio. And then we need another issue to add a social link. Maybe you could put some examples of what you think a command would be good at. What does everyone think in the chat? And what does everyone think on audio as well? Let us know what you think.
So, sorry, I just missed it. Can you just repeat what you said? I was kind of hoping from a PR and I just missed it.
No problem at all. I do the same all the time. It's fine. So I was saying we're creating issues about the repository, which is amazing, right? Contributing file, code of conduct, some ideas, and all the rest. This is brilliant, and I love this one. And we need this one. I need to tag Karuna if Karuna hasn't seen it yet. Let me see. Karuna. I'm not. Is it not autocomplete? It's not auto-completing. Okay, Karuna, if you're watching, this issue has your name all over it. Okay. So, but then for the actual features of the project, we're thinking of phase one, which is going to have a Discord bot command to add a bio, to retrieve my bio. And also I might want to retrieve your bio. So if we're chatting in Discord, I might want to run a command that says, let me open an issue. I won't save this issue, but as an example, just so I can type. So I might, for example, whatever the command is, I should do it here. / is the command, and we're going to say, I don't know, bio, and I'm going to say my name is Eddie. Okay, that's a terrible bio, but you get the idea. And that might be to set bio, and in the same issue we could have get bio as well. So we could have get bio. You might just do something like, and again, these are just suggestions of how the command should look. But what happens if I wanted to get your bio and see what you're up to? Get someone else's bio. I know in our Discord we didn't do this very well because we tag the person to get the bio. So we would do this. But the problem was it would send you a notification, which is what we don't want to do. So we could do something like that. I don't know. We've got some. These are some of the issues that we could raise for features of the bot, really. That's what we're thinking.
Yeah, that was something I want to say that I found that helpful, but yet tagging is like, yeah, it stops me in a sense to like, I don't want to disturb that person by tagging him. Even I just want to get his bio, maybe his links.
Exactly. So something like that. And can anyone think of any other, I suppose, features and ideas that we could have? So I'm not going to save this. I want someone else to create this because I want someone else to get the green squares. But if I go back to the repo, let's discuss some ideas in the chat and in audio. So we want to show the capabilities of using CRUD of Stargate, so create, read, update, and delete, via their REST API, which makes it really easy to get started and really quick. And we want to demonstrate this by CRUDing a bio, CRUDing social links, and CRUDing a time zone. Anything else that you think we could do that could be useful into a community, or not just our community, but any community?
I think we would have to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
sure.
not it's not exactly a feature, but I just figured out one thing we could do with technologies.md. On the README, we can have just like TypeScript, Stargate main functionalities, and then we can list out all the modules or things we have used inside TypeScript in the technologies.md. Have a descriptive list of what are the things we have used. Maybe we have used something to connect with Discord bot or Discord. Yeah, things like that.
Yeah, sounds good. Raise an issue, because you know what my memory's like. I will forget. So yeah, raise an issue with that idea. Definitely do it. Or if you've got enough green squares for today because you're doing a hackathon, then suggest that someone else in the chat raises it as well. So maybe you could explain it again if someone needs to. But if someone wants to raise that would be great.
So yeah, to retaliate, let's say we have packages in npm, right? You don't want to list out all the packages you have used in your project in the README, because that can be a long list if it's a very big project. So you can create a technologies.md. You can list out all each package and what the package contributes to that project in one line, maybe what it's used for. So let's say we can have a heading TypeScript, and we can have subheadings as to the package, and then what maybe it does in a single line, in a sense. Yeah.
Sure, and the list will get long, so we can discuss that in the issue. So I think there's lots of pros and cons to doing something like that, but I think we definitely need to raise an issue so someone can do that, and in the chat let us know who's going to do that, and then we can discuss that. And it might not get done, and that's fine. They'll still get a green square for raising the issue, and we'll still all learn a lot from the discussion. So if anyone has any ideas, just put them down and let's discuss them. Awesome. Let's have a look.
I think Kushi was trying to say something.
Oh, sorry, Kushi, go ahead.
I don't really remember what I was saying, so.
No problem. And just to throw some crazy ideas out there. So we spoke about the map on Discord, which is a future idea. Other ideas I had, which I've just now forgotten. Eddie, that's terrible. Was, I don't know. I can't remember. I'm sure I wrote some down somewhere. I've now forgotten. Yes, so some other ideas was with GitHub Action that logs statistics from the project. So then people can get some statistics from like how many comments they've replied to, how many reactions they've given, and all that sorts of stuff. We have a question from Pradeep. That's not a question I can really answer. Some suggestions for GitHub Campus. EdiHub community does have a GitHub Campus specific link, so you can use that. It is pinned in our general general channel on Discord, so you can use that, and then it'll get reviewed faster and so forth. So, but otherwise, I cannot give any more information on that. And ViViV has an idea about OAuth. Can the app go to GitHub and then go through GitHub login to get their links? Interesting. I don't know if you can do OAuth via a command on Discord. That's something we should definitely look into. If you could raise an issue, or if someone else could raise an issue, get their green square, that would be awesome. What is this project about? Okay, Pradeep, if I haven't explained it well, or if it doesn't explain itself well, let us know. We can improve it. I'm hoping if you can read the README and let us know what doesn't make sense, and we can make those improvements. And while you're doing that, I think we should give away some more swag. I think we should give some swag away to Jay and Kushi for being on, what we're calling it, Radio Eddie. So I think both of you should get swag as well. Have you both filled out the swag form?
Yeah, I did.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah, even I did.
Okay, perfect. So
So we're getting swags from Eddie.
Yes, let me start a new discussion.
Yes.
And category hasn't got one. I'll just put general, but I'll make a swag one on live stream. Swag giveaways. I want to forget. I need to write this down. Swag giveaway is going to be. I have to open. Here we go. This is going to be a swag giveaway as well. And also Kushi, can I tag you? Yes. And also Jay. Awesome. Okay, so we've got 3. So I've got 2 more to give away. I need to give away at least 5. I've got so much swag to give away. So let me start that discussion. Therefore, the great thing about discussions is it doesn't clutter up the issues, where the issues are to perform actions. So that's why I didn't do it as an issue. And before discussions came about, I would have done it as an issue. But now I'm keen to kind of keep it as a discussion. So yes, you're both getting swag. So if you fill out the form, I will be sending you some swag this weekend. It will probably take like 2 weeks to get there, but it will get there.
Thank you so much for that.
No, thank you for the awesome
Thanks.
collaboration. No, you're both welcome. It's awesome. Okay, so Pradeep, hopefully you've read that README. What are we missing in that README? I always do this when people join a project for new, like for their first time, no matter what level they're at. I always say, read the README, and if it doesn't make sense, there's nothing wrong with you who's reading it. It's something wrong with the project maintainers. It means we haven't explained it enough. We need to do more. Will a diagram help? Let us know. So yeah, I think we could do with some GitHub actions as well. Does someone want to raise some issues for some GitHub actions? Oh, I see this number's climbing, which is awesome. But what about, Stalebot is really good if issues go over a month, maybe kind of, prompt us to check it out. So I don't know if anyone wants to raise an issue for that and also wants to, raise a pull request for that, feel free to. So let's have a look. GitHub Actions, we'll probably get into deployments later and all the rest, but now we're going to keep it really, really simple. Introduction video of Stargate in the README. Oh, I like that. That's really good. Yeah, that's a really, really good idea. And it looks like there's one already exists. It's 1 minute long.
So you're working on...
Perfect. I like that.
Really,
really good.
yeah, even I like that. Like, that's great. People would be able to get so much better and understand about the project even more better with this. So that's so much great, Nitesh. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think that's really, really good. I was gonna, when I read the title, I thought, oh, I'll create one, but then I didn't realize that Stargate already have one. So we could use that to begin with, and in the future, if we want to talk more about what the project is, then I could create a short video that kind of talks about what they talk about, but also talks about, how we're using it for the bot and everything else. So let me know in this issue if that's useful, and if there was a video, if I was to do a custom video, let me know what you would like me to include. Like, leave a comment. I was thinking something like custom.
Should I raise an issue, like, or should anyone else raise an issue about like a separate custom video one? Like, that would help to keep things different and separate.
Yes, that's a great idea. And why is it a great idea? Because one, we can get this issue solved today by someone embedding the video that already exists on YouTube. But also then the other issue can live on and we can have the conversation on there. Yes, please go raise that. And I want to drop a question on that issue as well. Awesome. Loads more issues coming in. Loving it. I hope you're all enjoying getting these green squares as well. This is great. There are 4, what have I missed in the chat? Pradeep, you want to join in? There's a link. It is open source on GitHub. You can join. Definitely. There are 4 open for those, Eddie. 4 open for what? Sorry. ViViV has got, as we say, eagle eyes, like spots everything. So that's great. What have I missed? Review your PR. Okay, we'll have a look. And while Cushy's raising that issue, which one? Let's go through. Which PRs didn't we review yet? ViViV's added another one, I think. Alex, I'm sorry for keep dodging yours. I'm not dodging it, I promise, but it's going to conflict with the description, so I'll have to go through it a bit closer. We might end up closing it as well. I don't know if you want to do an updated PR on the existing description, and feel free to do that as well. Did I not merge this one? Oh, I put in the comment. Yeah, I put in this comment. It's like a heading reference to something like : /. Yeah, I haven't seen people usually use colon, but not when it's like a big heading, when it's more like a subheading. Yeah, I think we should remove that as well. So let me know when you remove that, we can get that merged. Okay, anyone new who has joined, give the video a thumbs up. It really helps support the channel. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Technologies used. Let's have a look. What have we got? Let's have a look. I think we have this in the README already as well. Let's have a look. Technologies used, TypeScript and Stargate. I think we merged that first because yours wasn't done as a heading. So yes, yes, that was it. Can we also link to Stargate? So I'm thinking we're going to close this now because someone else's came in first with this TypeScript and Stargate. So I don't think there's anything else that has been added in addition to that. No. Okay. So now we're going to close this and we're going to say PR already merged. I should put a number in as well. Does anyone remember what the number is? Let me see. If I go to pull requests, I go to closed. It's always good to kind of like reference.
I think it was 24.
24, I think. Yeah. Okay. So if I go back to this one, a PR 24 already merged with this information. Thank you.
24.
Oh, thank you. So this is why pair programming is so important, and not just pair programming, pairing on everything, because mistakes like that are made. Thank you for raising.
Yeah, I think one more issue can be raised. You showed that creation of charts, diagrams using Readme. I think that can also be incorporated. I mean, diagrams are always helpful.
Sorry,
afterwards.
say that again. Did you say is a pull request or an issue? Sorry, say that again.
Like another issue can be opened. Like you showed us that project. I don't remember the name, where you can create diagrams, charts using Readme, and like.
Did someone not raise it yet?
I don't see it.
Okay, if it's not raised, people, why are you missing out on green squares? We're trying to give you green squares. And then it makes your profile stand out. And yes, green squares aren't the most important thing, but the way it starts, it's like kind of, if you want to run, you got to walk. And getting green squares is kind of like the walking. And then as your profile gets active, you'll network more, you'll grow your network more, you'll learn so much more. And then you kind of forget about the green squares because you just get those like more organically because you just want to contribute and get involved into open source. So I'm not saying green squares are the most important thing, but it's a good place to start. Go on, sorry, you're going to say, Jay.
I think you can share the project on the chat or maybe show it once again. Even I don't remember the name. It was something from S.
Oh, the mermaid one. Yes.
Oh, okay, yes.
I can find it. I had it
It's not
open.
from
Here
S.
we go. I can share it in the
Yeah.
chat. Aditya, I'm sure everyone in the stream has a green square now. Maybe. The stream is open source at its finest. Flying green squares. Oh my god, I wonder if I can get like some sort of video animated to like have green squares go across the screen or something. Love that. So let's bring those up on the screen. That really made me laugh. Got to bring those up for sure. Thank you so much.
I'm definitely I'm definitely looking forward to using Mermaid on my projects.
It's so great to get started, and you can do it with like GitHub Actions, and it's just epic. I've got a video on that as well. You should check it out. It's just like kind of it's probably like 6 months ago, but it's quite useful. Still relevant, I think.
Definitely. Yeah.
And I think it's a question from Nia. Great question. Hopefully I haven't missed any other questions. If I'm hiding behind here. If I've missed any questions, then just copy and paste it back in the chat, and I'm really sorry for missing it. So this question is, I see commit messages with number added to even the GitHub already assigned that action number. Can you explain why? Really good question. So yes, let's have a sound effect for that. What sound effect should we have? Here we go. Is that sound effect coming through? I'm not sure. People in the chat let us know. I hope that sound effect came through. It's like a drum roll sound effect. So the reason why, and I'm going to try and show you if I go to commit, the reason why people put these, not that one, where is it? Here we go. So I've put one in here because that means if I click on this, it goes to the commit, but also, and if you click on that, it goes to the issue number. So is it behind my head? It's just above my head. So yeah, so clicking this goes to the commit, clicking on this goes to the issue number. But when you go to the issue number, your commit now appears. So when it makes it easy to navigate around GitHub. So therefore, when you go to the issue, if someone's done a commit, you can straight away kind of click on it and go see that commit. It just makes it all integrates really well and nicely together. And so this format is called conventional changelog, I think. Conventional. There we go. Conventional commit log, which you can create change logs out of it. But the example is, make it a bit bigger. To cut a long story short, examples are you prepend it with feature, or you prepend it with like refactor or docs or fix. And if you've got it in a module, then you can put in brackets the module, you put a really short description, and at the end you put the issue number in brackets. It's just a convention. It's really nice. We should actually maybe try and add that to our documentation. So another green square going for everybody. Can you raise an issue to maybe add to our documentation to encourage people to use conventional, conventional commits. I think that's important. I don't think we should probably enforce it. I've seen projects that are really strict. They use something like Husky that checks it, or GitHub Action that checks it and then fails it if it's incorrect, and people have to rewrite their history and all the rest. I don't think we should enforce it, but we should encourage people to use this convention like this. And while someone is raising that issue, okay, I'm going to close this issue because I've marked it down in the discussion. It's a winning some swag.
Yeah, Eddie, I would just like to add in something.
Sure.
So I was just going through the comments, and someone said maybe for the custom video we can get someone who is real good at video editing. And I actually do know some people from Ecocode who just helped me in creating a video sometime back. And I think they can actually help you in this. So if you want any kind of help from them, or if you would be able to contribute in this any case, just make sure we would love to.
Thank you. What's in particular about the video? Because I have a full-time video editor, so if people want to do something, then let me know. We can do it. And if someone wants to do something kind of fun and creative, in addition, we can also talk about doing that, too. I want to include the community as much as possible. So I can have my full-time video editor do the usual stuff, and if someone wants to be really creative, then I'm also happy to chat about them, and they can get involved too.
That's awesome. So I think Aditya said someone good at video editing should totally try if you all can. So I think, yeah, that's good. Maybe people would be able to come up with the more creative sides, and also contributing to a community always helps. So yeah.
Yeah, if someone wants to do something about green squares video that's transparent but has like a green squares bouncing around the screen, then yeah, that's something I can include in the live stream. I'd love to, include those sorts of things, those fun and creative things, and my video editor, who's amazing, but can focus on actually kind of doing the longer form videos on YouTube and so forth. So yeah, let us know, because we do have, like, I know this isn't you've all seen the animation that I've done with battle snakes, and I do that on the live stream, the battle snakes. We can do stuff like that, maybe for the green squares. I really like that. That's a great idea. Someone raised an issue, but maybe not on this one, on this repo. Maybe on our support repo in EdiHub, raise an issue saying, I don't know, animated videos for live streams or something like that, and then we can see people's comments, or maybe even a discussion. Actually, raise a discussion. You still get a green square, everyone, don't worry. Raise a discussion on EdiHub organization, and if you haven't joined EdiHub organization already, there's a link below. Do join. And then we can see what ideas people have, like green squares on the screen, maybe some sound effects, and I can load them up into my live streaming software, which is behind me, just to give everyone a bit of a preview behind the scenes. And then I've got my stream deck below that you can kind of see just here, right at the bottom. I can kind of, click a button and have sound effects or videos playing and all the rest, a bit like with the kind of pop-ups and like with the names, stuff like that. So yes. Awesome idea, like that. Keep the ideas coming. We're gonna improve our live streams. We're gonna improve our projects, and we're all gonna grow together as a community. I love that. Can we make Eddie memes? Yeah, I always worry about memes because some people take them too far. The ones you've created so far have been really good. I should probably get some of those download some of those for live streams. We might actually have to have a repo where we can, in the EdiHub organization, where we can collect all the verified memes, all the safe ones, and
I think VUIY beat you on that idea.
have a what? Sorry?
VUIY already has mentioned that in the chat.
Oh, really? Oh, I missed that. Okay, the chat has been super busy. I love that. Keep discussing, everyone. So yes, we can do that, and then I can bring them up on the live stream as with sound effects or something. I don't know. That could be quite fun. Actually, that could be really fun. I want to do that. Let's do that. Okay, but I need to get all the memes at a higher quality that they're using as what do you call them? What they called on Discord when you use them as like reactions and stuff. They're like tiny, low quality. I need them to be higher quality.
Those are emotes.
Emotes. Thank you. Eddie, your description only mentions a few GitHub sponsors. Is that intentional? Yes, because not all my you have to be above a certain tier to get mention in the description for my sponsors, but all my sponsors, no matter what tier they are, can join our weekly sponsors call that we have every Saturday at 5 p.m. GMT for your geek out and talk about various things. But all the sponsors appear at the end of my videos. There's a page at the end where I put all the sponsors out, end of the videos as well. Okay, I've probably missed lots of stuff in the chat. I'm so sorry, everyone, but it's just awesome to geek out with you all. And we're kind of going for 2 hours now. I know, everyone's really busy. And I know Nick's busy, and you're all busy. Jay's doing a hackathon. Kushi's probably organizing loads of stuff. So I want to continue. There's so many people still here. I love this. But I think we're going to have to kind of call it a day soon. But let's continue for a little bit longer. But also, Nick, when you need to go, do say, because I know it's early in the morning for you and it's a working day. So let us know.
Totally terrible and have been multitasking this entire time.
Amazing.
So I can still stick around.
Awesome. Thank you. That's cool. Okay, so did we miss, before we end the stream though, I want to know that we haven't missed anything. So let's have a look. So custom video for Stargate. Awesome, love that. Got some ideas already. Look at people adding value already. I love this. This is how you're going to stand out, not just to win swag. That I probably need to give a couple of more swags away, but not just to stand out, and not just to win swags, but to stand out, right? Denise and her team and all the rest are going to be looking at this project, and you know it's really good to stand out. Then your network can grow. You can connect with those people, and then they can. Then you can grow your network with their network. You know how it works. You get the idea. I'm getting a bit delirious. I haven't had a drink in like 2 hours. So let's have a look. Eddie's video for next week. I could try and do this video sooner if it's useful. Absolutely. Yeah, we can do that and see. Okay, what else? More pull requests have come in, I think, too. Add stale bot. Okay, pull requests are already in for that. Nice. That was quick. I think that looks good. Add a label. Stale pull request message. Stale issue message. I think it looks fine. What do you think, everyone? Should we accept this? I think it looks good.
I think we should totally accept it. It's really good.
I think that looks great. Approve. Looks good.
And we've got Siddharth again in the stream. I think he just got over with his calls.
Awesome, Siddharth. Awesome to have you here. Okay, so let's merge that one in. Brilliant. Did anyone else? Maybe we can make the name more brief. Oh, what was the name? Did I miss something? V's Eagle Eyes spots everything. What was the name? Stale.
Stalebot, yeah.
I think. This name more brief. Someone can do that as an improvement later on. You know what? It's a great suggestion, but I'm going to merge it, not because I'm dismissing your suggestion, VIV, but then someone else can just create another pull request to do that. Let's keep the pull request little and often and share the green square loves. Okay, awesome. Let's have a look. Whoa, amazing setup. Thank you. Yeah, do you know, I'll tell you a secret. I'll whisper it because I don't want too many people to know. The more tech you get, the more things you can do. But the more things to go wrong. Like there's more things to like not work. Yeah. The live is still going on. I'm not sure what to pick to do. So everyone, let's help Saeed to pick an issue. So let's have a look. We've got some issues coming in. Lael, thank you so much for doing the time zone one. Yes, we need that. Didn't want to forget that one. That's perfect. But also, let's pick one that you can do. A Stalebot got added. We merged it, but it didn't get closed. It's now referenced. It didn't get added. So yes, as we mentioned before, it's really useful to say closes in the description. Therefore, it ties it all together and can get closed and not forgotten. Stalebot has been annoying lately. Yeah, it has been a bit annoying. We've been closing it and reopening it. But it's still sometimes good to have. It just reminds us of those issues. But I'm going to close this. PR merged. But yes, we want to tie things together. Thank you all for linking that together. Must be late for you, Siddharth. What time is it? Like almost midnight or something?
Yeah, it's 12:30 a.m.
12:30 a.m. Wow, I thought I guessed 11:30, but I was like out. Wow. Okay. Great, loads of stuff. Sorry.
Maybe Saeed can contribute to the add feature of FAQ in the bot. Maybe she can ask over her questions or maybe some of her FAQs, and she can contribute to that because that would be real easy for her to make her first.
But the bot feature of the add feature of FAQ. Yeah. So I don't know if this issue is about creating feature FAQ like as a bot command, and that's not available yet, or is it having it in the README? If you have questions that are frequently asked, create an FAQ, folks. Can use FAQ. Yes, this is a command, so we haven't got the bot like created yet, so we can't add commands like that. But one thing Saeed could do, again, hopefully I'm pronouncing the name right, is add a contributing file. I don't think we have one yet. Let me see. We don't have. Oh, here we go. Contributing file has been added already. Okay. Wow, this is fast. Yes, I agree. The file should be named. It's in capitals. Awesome. 2 commits. So it looks like it got updated. So thank you very much for creating. Okay, I'll have a read through this later on, but this looks really, really good. Okay, awesome. I'll have a look through that later on. But that looks great. I think that's pretty full on. To have a quick look at the rendered version, I think that might. Oh, where did it go? I lost it. Here we go. Right, what tab am I on? Too many tabs open. Getting started with GitHub. This looks really good. I'm guessing this was taken from an existing repo already. Maybe one of yours or someone else's. Clone the repo, navigate into, check out your branch. I would change that slightly and put like angle brackets around it so people know to change it. Stage your changes. I would say dot is quite dangerous. I've seen lots of people like add lots of private files and all the rest. So I would say add, and again in angle brackets, just like you've put here, I would say like file 1, file 2, and so forth, or directory. But yeah, this looks really good. Okay, this deserves built by developers. I don't know what these badges are from. Okay, that's a badge to your site. So I think you probably copied and pasted this probably from your project. But refer to this. Git commits. Okay, Git styles, style guide. Again, I think, this is definitely full on. I think it's great. It deserves some swag, but I would suggest making things, I suppose, smaller so people can review it a lot easier. But I'll go through this in more detail later on. But this looks good. Definitely going to add you to the swag. Let's get you to the swag page. We'll add you there. I'll add the pull request to that. But I might make some tweaks to that pull request. But let's add you here. Have you filled in the form? So your name is Muthu. Hopefully you filled in the form to win some swag, because then I've got your details and I can send you some swag. Awesome. Let's have a look. What have I missed in the chat? Nia, 12:30 a.m. I left a comment there. Okay, cool. I'm doing a great job. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I need to get a drink and probably go for dinner soon. You left a comment. Okay. Let's have a look. Did I miss a comment that Lael is off to get some rest? Thanks for joining. Thanks for the issue. Yes, so there are still loads of issues and loads of things up for grabs. So let's have a look. Even another one, the intro video, not the custom one. We could add a link, like really simply. You could add a link to this video on YouTube in the README. Like, it would be nice to have like a thumbnail from the video and then an image in the README, and you click on it, it takes you to the video. But that can come later. Let's add value from the beginning straight away. So this link is already here. Literally, I would say copy this link and add it to the README, and that will get that merged, and then people can do more. Because we've got a link to the website, but it'd be great to have a link to the video as well, and then we can improve that and make a thumbnail later. So Saeed, let's do that, and once you've done that, we're going to call the live stream an end for today. So everyone, let's help Saeed do that. Good night, everyone. Have a nice weekend, and go back to practice. Wish me luck. Lael, good luck, all the best, and look forward to geeking out soon. Thank you for joining. Okay, right. Good to see everyone. Most people are still awake and they're still here. So what help do people need to get some more green squares? And then I think we will call it a day, because you can see me. I'm flaking. I think that's a pretty good one. What do you think about that? Adding a link to the README, to the video. Like, it could even be after this, like even on the second bullet point. You could kind of say, like, I won't save this. I want Saeed to do it. But you could add another one and just say video about Stargate, and then add the link at the end there as well. You could just do that. I'm not going to commit that because I want other people to get the green squares. Yes, I'm sure. Leave that page. What is open source for the win? Yes. Who gave us a thumbs down? Someone gave us a thumbs down. Oh no. But it's still engagement. I still appreciate it. Hopefully everyone else gave us a thumbs up if you're still here. Let's have a look. Is Alex heading off as well? Swag sign up. Alex, thank you so much for sharing that link. That's awesome. Let's have a look. Yeah, who gave us a thumbs down? It's okay. We can take it. Editor, yeah, who gave us the dislike? Also, Alex, you're off. Thank you so much for joining. Alex, have a great weekend. We'll geek out soon. Thank you for all your support. That's awesome. We've got 14 stars. Yes, and 14 forks. Let's keep going. Don't forget, this project's going to be ongoing, and we will do more. So the goal of the project is 5 to 10 minute video, CRUD usage of Stargate, and Discord bot commands. So that's the goal. So we've got lots of things to do. We're making this project super inclusive. So what else could we do? I mean, a lot of people speak other languages here. We could translate part of this of it as well. That could be another issue. What do you all think? So we have people from all over the world. I know we've got people from Bulgaria, from Lebanon, from India. And India has multiple dialects, is my understanding as well. So we could have not the whole thing translated, but we could have like certain parts translated. Maybe the phase 1 goals, maybe the commands, right? Could you have them in different languages? I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud here. Let me know.
That would be great. I believe that would be awesome.
I want to make it as inclusive as possible. It's not about I think it's not about making projects big and super powerful. It's more about making them small and powerful because they're inclusive and they do, 1, 2, 3 things like super, super well. So yeah, cool. Bond says they probably disliked it because they couldn't get a green square, but we have so many green squares to give away, so many. And I think I have one left swag to give away. Yes. Okay. One.
Right. If the person who disliked is still watching the stream, it would be my request. Please, just undo it and give it a like because this video took so much of efforts and Eddie have been like live streaming it since a long time. So maybe you can
Thank you,
just
Kushi.
undo that dislike.
I really appreciate it. Love the support. I mean, all our communities are great because they're all so supportive of each other. So that's awesome. And is Equicode competing in the next MLH, is it local day hackathon in a few weeks?
Yes, we are. Like the promotions that the team is working intensively on it. And maybe, Eddie, we can get over the first rank. We don't know yet, but yeah, maybe we will try our best.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, we'll be competing as well. And I think someone suggested the communities to join, a couple of our guilds should join together. But I thought that was way too unfair. Like, imagine if 2 or 3 guilds joined together. And those guilds had like the top 3 positions, like no one else could win. So I thought it was a really like collaborative suggestion, but I think it's not fair.
Right. But it's okay. Like you can join any guild you want. At the end, it's all about collaboration, and yeah, it's a competition, but it's more like a healthy competition. Everyone is gonna get the same at the end. So yeah.
Exactly. Okay.
I feel more people want to join voice. Maybe Eddie, you'll be ending this soon, so maybe they can join the next one. So give them some more details about when it's happening again.
Yes. So Vibhav, I think, wants to join voice. We're going to end shortly in a few minutes, but you can join next time. It's only open to Team Eddie. People have the role Team Eddie, and that means you've been in our community for a little while and you've been helping other people. So I don't want to invite people on and people I don't know because obviously I don't know if they're going to, be swear or be rude or anything like that. So I've seen you made some pull requests, which is awesome. So you'll get that role soon, I'm sure. If you haven't got it already, I'll have to check Discord. I know people's YouTube names and GitHub names and Discord names don't match up. So I can't, off the top of my head, know if you've got that role or not. But yeah, keep collaborating with the community and I'm sure the bot will assign it to you soon. But yes, I want more people to join voice over my streams. I want to be doing this whole Radio Eddie, I think, on most of my live streams because I want people to just jump in and out as they want for a few minutes. I think Alex joined at the beginning of the live stream for a few minutes and just chatted, asked some questions, gave some suggestions, and then you can kind of drop off. It is meant to be just, really, really casual, really relaxed. Vivi, what does that mean? Make two guilds with Eddie Hub. No, but then we're unlikely to win if we've got 2. We want all our points like in one place.
No, we don't want to compete with 2 Eddie Hubs. Please don't do that. It would be unfair to us then. No, maybe it would be unfair. So just make it one.
Yeah, I see Bond saying we're strong united. Yes, collaboration, absolutely. I see ViViV has said, why is that in capitals, ViViV? Come on. Not consistent now. I need consistency, otherwise you confuse my brain. So yeah, make it in Python. Yeah, it'd be nice to have a similar bot in Python potentially. Could we? Oh, here's an idea. Could we split the features so some are done in Python and some are done in TypeScript? So again, kind of like, you know how you have microservices? Maybe you have like microbots. I don't know. I've just made that up. I don't know if it's a good idea or not. So like the database is just a REST API. So it doesn't care if the bot's in TypeScript or Python.
You could potentially, yes, but I'd strongly advise against it because you'd have to use 2 separate libraries or roll your own to connect to the Discord API. And subscribe to the WebSockets. And when you do that, either you'll need to have 2 bot accounts or you'll be running 2 separate connections to the same bot account with 2 different languages and 2 different code bases. And there's a lot of potential for things to break there.
That's true. I think you have twice the traffic because then both bots would be getting all the traffic, right? If even if it's not reacting to that event, it would still get the traffic that event, I think, has been sent potentially. Like if, for example, one's doing something with messages and one other bot's doing something else with messages. So it's not like a duplication, but they'll both get the event that a message was sent and they'll both have to calculate if they need to do something or not. So you could maybe duplicate it if someone wants to do an equivalent in Python or maybe part of it just to show what's possible. There are some thoughts there. There are some thoughts there. I like how ViViV's saying Denise is Python dev too. Yeah. So we'll have some thoughts and ideas around that. It's great that you raised it, and I think we can have a discussion around it. And thank you so much for making it lowercase as well. Awesome. Privacy policy. Yes, this is something I need to do to our existing bot for EddieBot as well. Nick raised this. Thank you so much. With some awesome links. I need to look at that, doing that as well. Awesome. So I think there's one more giveaway, and then we're going to go. Saeed, did you get 6 pull requests? Maybe you did raise it. Let's have a look. Oh, not yet, but your name might not match. Oh yes, this is yours. Let's have a look. Awesome. Add Stargate video to Readme. Love it. Nice and small, really simple, and it's added as a link. Let's have a quick preview. You got a green square? Let's have a look. Is that the video with the screenshot? It looks a bit blurred. It's from the actual Stargate website. Okay, that's really clever. So if I go back to, you've added the YouTube link, and then you've used the asset from images, explainer cover. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that. I think that's, rather than adding an image to a repo or adding our own image and so forth, the only thing I would say is it's quite big. Is there anything I would say? But you know what? Let's merge it. Someone else can make it smaller. Someone else can not left the line, like put it in a table and have maybe the quote down the right hand side. Someone can style it up even better. But this is adding value already. I would just probably say it's a video maybe. So someone can add value to that already because it looks like an image, and if they click it, it's going to go to a video. So maybe we need to say that it's a video or something like that. But let's merge it. I think it adds value. What do you all think?
Yeah, I feel it's not mostly about how much you're contributing. It's also about, even if it's a simple one, but if you're trying your best and if you're just contributing to it, I think that makes pretty much more sense. So yeah.
Awesome. I've merged that in. Oh, did it close? We didn't have closes in the pull request, so I have to go and close the issue manually, which is, I can't find it. Does anyone see the number? Not the custom video. Introduction. I think this is the 130.
I just wanted to take this opportunity to ask, like, doesn't Readme supports iframe or like video embedding?
I don't think so. No, it gets removed.
I think GitHub
47.
recently added the feature to add videos on Readme, or it was just in discussions and issues.
I'm not
think-
sure. I'll have to check it out and see. That's
I
interesting.
just-
I know I faked it in the past by getting a kind of the YouTube thumbnail with the play button and embedded it as an image and then put a link to it. So when people click it, they think they're clicking the video and it opens the video separately. So
I think they did in some part, but I don't remember. Yeah, I think they added the feature to add videos in issues or something like that. Yeah.
Saeed, the thumbnail is here. It's it looks fine. I just think we're wasting some white space. But again, this can come in future improvements. So keep raising issues, raising pull requests, everyone, even after this live stream. Make improvements to the PR, but keep it small. Like do one improvement because then it reduces conflicts with other people and all the rest. So yes. How many are remaining? I keep clicking on your notification icon because of that bubble. What bubble? How many are remaining? I'm not sure which one you mean. Remember, I'm old and slow, so you need to explain things for me as if you're explaining it to a child. Can people close their duplicate issues? Yeah, good idea. If some are duplicates, if people want to close them, I can go through that later on as well. It's not an issue, or we can go through it as a community as well and to see. Okay, we've been going for almost 2.5 hours. Like, this is epic. I've had so much fun with you all. Really, really have. Like, really, really enjoyed it. I don't want to stop. Is that bad? I actually don't want to stop. I want to carry on geeking out with you all. You're all adding so much value to this project. I hope you're having fun at the same time. And it's just, yeah, it's been great. But we'll do more live streams on this. I'll spend a bit of time. We can collaborate asynchronously on this repo over the next few days as well. We can get it tidied up in terms of the project boards. I need to move things into the project boards, remove duplications, as people have said. Your notification bell, the one I see in the video, thinking that it's actually my GitHub. Oh, you're clicking on this thing up here. Right, I see. Yeah, that's mine. And apologies for everybody who's raised GitHub issues or GitHub notifications over the last 4 days. I've got over 500 GitHub notifications to go through. I will try and go through them this weekend. I'm sure this live stream has probably raised another 100 as well. Let me see. I can tell you how many I've got. I have... Oh, no, I can't. I've closed the app at the moment. I'll have a look later on. Closed it. Awesome. Thanks, Karuna. So yeah, lots of exciting things. So other issues that we will need. So we talked about, just thinking of some other issues really quickly. We talked about FAQ. So that's an idea. We need to add a label for that. For example, I think we'll have admin labels and kind of coding labels, documentation labels. But other things we'll need is, as Nick mentioned a few minutes ago, you'll need to get kind of a token for the bot. We'll need to do various things like that. So we will need to raise issues like that as well. And then we can, and then on the project board, if I close the project board, I think I have. But on the project board, we can then prioritize them. So we can kind of prioritize them whichever way they need to go. So therefore, I or you, basically we can work through them. Okay, everyone, I think we'll call it a day there. I want to say a big thank you and shout out to everyone in the live stream and for everyone who created issues, pull requests, got their green squares. I will catch up on other things that have been happening. And a big shout out to Nick for moderating this as well, for helping out moving people between the audio channels waiting room and this one. And thank you, shout out to everyone who joined audio as well. And we've still got Nick, Kush, and Nick here as well. Nick here as well. So thank you all so much. And I'll wave goodbye to everyone, but you can say bye to everyone. So thank you so much all for joining, making this amazing.
Take care, everybody. Thanks for hanging out.
Awesome. I'm going to do, let me think, victory sound, and then I'll end the live stream. But thank you all so much. Give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this project a star as well. And we'll all geek out soon. I played a sound. I can't tell if it's finished yet, but hopefully everyone heard it.